Oh, it tastes so good in my cup. Guess what?
Ciroc.
We back, bitch.
What?
Man, I never thought motherfuckers would get so mad that we was gone for one goddamn week. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Hello, everybody.
Hi, bitch. Nigga, I got text messages.
Bitch, I got calls.
I know people worry about their top fan status not being able to share a new episode for a week.
He says people, but he means himself. Yeah, one person told me they feel betrayed.
We literally got payment today for a mid-roll ad that we have to do. And as they're sending me the details about the ad, he said, gotta say, man, I'm a little upset that there wasn't an episode last week. Oh, man. Welcome, everybody, to the Hangover Podcast.
Padcast.
We're going to skip another week. Welcome, everybody, to the Hangover Podcast. Fucking twice. Welcome, everybody, to the Hangover Podcast. I am your host, Trey, a.k.a. Walter White, a.k.a. Hey.
Do the thing. Baby.
Sitting director. Oh, my God. All right, I'm going to have to
Just give up, bro. Just give up.
I take 1 week off, bro. Can't fucking speak anymore. Sitting across from me, as always, is Takeoff Music's very own Mr. TRTL.
Yeah. We back.
Sitting to my left, the aggravation. The man that just comes in your house, eats up all your shit.
Fruit snacks.
And then just pisses in your toilet and leaves. Mr. Average Joe.
Like my bleach shirt?
I do. I was wondering if you did that on purpose.
I did.
But I know black people got a style that white people can't keep up with, so I know that that's probably something new.
Nah, you looking a little faded over there.
I got a couple spots. But I can't say that that's actually a style. I've owned this shirt for so long. Eventually they get bleach stains. And then sitting to his left, he's in some podcast. We don't know which one. He has been booted from every major studio across Louisiana. He is not welcome in certain circles.
And on the Gulf Coast.
He's wearing a shirt that you wouldn't think a guy with that kind of forehead would wear. But he is actually also known as the Justin Bieber of the Hangover Podcast because he's been here more than anybody else. But we had to bring him at least one more time because we are definitely fans of the smoke. We have Mr. Larry Frederick.
What's up, bro?
And apparently he's got some smoke to bring this week.
Oh, I do.
So make sure you talk in the mic
I'm talking in the mic.
like you have had a podcast before.
Yeah.
His mics are a little sensitive.
Oh, are they?
Than these. Yeah.
Oh, should I turn them up?
No.
No, turn them up. All right, I was on point, but now I lost something. Okay. Oh, by the way, yeah, today we're drinking Ciroc because I wanted something a little smooth for my tummy. And we went with the Summer Watermelon Edition because that's the one that I've weirdly never had, and there's 2 black people in the room, so I figured, am I wrong for that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Kind of racist. That's why T drinking beer.
Crowd liked it. The crowd liked it.
Like
So,
a fucking boss.
All right, so do we have any top fans this week?
Sometimes.
Did we lose anybody because of
Probably.
our week off?
Probably.
Let's see how bad it's gotten.
Everybody has abandoned us, and they're now fucking back to watching fucking Coco Melon with their kids.
Oh, man, I'm right in the middle of this.
They're going to strike a Hangover Podcast strike.
That couldn't have been.
Well, you know what? Y'all banter for a second. I actually have a phone call. I'll be right back.
God damn it, in these phone calls.
Guys, pause this bitch.
Let me look up the top fans. I'll do the goddamn top fans. Oh, all right.
How dare you work on an off day?
Tell me about it.
Recording.
Yo.
Recording?
Yep.
And we're back. Sorry about that.
God, this
Top
fucking
fans.
bullshit.
All right. For 9 months, we got Jason. Do it for
Nope. Yeah. No reason to feel betrayed anymore, bruh.
And then also sitting in this room for 8 months, we have Larry Frederick.
I'm getting the fucking Sean treatment now.
Right?
Mr. Larry Frederick. And then for 7 months, we have Mr. Devin Whitmore and Mrs. Asia Donaldson.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank y'all for staying strong with us. And then for 3 months, we have Mrs. Alexis Schaefer. Don't see any Ian Swamp Thing Nicholson himself up here. A little upsetting. Thought you were.
That nigga stay in Facebook jail.
I know, but I thought he was a friend of the show. You know?
He is in Facebook jail.
And we already discussed how that disappears once you go in Facebook
I
jail.
know, but I still thought he was a friend of the show.
Oh, well,
Call him.
you tell him he's not a friend.
That's what it feels like. And then for 1 month, Sean Milligan. Anyway. So, Chicago.
Right, you're up. Yeah,
Go on.
Hey, but you know what's not out? Buzzsprout.com, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey-o.
That's what we're going to talk about real quick. Real quick, we're going to talk about it. Guys, do you like what we do? Do you want to do what we do? You can't do what we do. But today we want to shout out our friends over at We want to talk about our friends over at Buzzsprout.com today. Guys, Buzzsprout is your everything you need podcast home base. There are 2 different sets of people in here that use Buzzsprout and can stand by it. There's the Hangover podcast, and then there's whatever the fuck he's doing right now. And they're the everything you need home base. I don't know where Turtle's going, but here we go. You want your podcast listed on every major streaming service? Buzzsprout got you. You want your analytics to be seen and see where and who is listening to your show? Buzzsprout got you. You don't even know where to start? Joe, what kind of equipment do you need?
I don't know.
Buzzsprout got you. Yeah.
They got me.
They'll get you all the equipment that you need to get started, man. Or they'll at least point you in the right direction. They have tons of monthly options. God, we're terrible at this. To make sure you only pay for what you need and pay for what works for you. Guys, we've been using the Buzzsprout since episode 1. And out of everything Joe does to annoy me, this platform makes everything easy. The way they automatically post your podcast for you on every streaming platform was all I needed. And then on top of that, how do you think I found out there's one weird guy in France that listens to us every week?
Send us your number
Buzzsprout.
so we can like call you.
Parlez-vous français? Ménage-toi. That's all I know. But they even have options to help you monetize your podcast through one of their affiliates right on the menu so you can pitch directly to major companies and make your show some money. Check out the link in the description of this episode to sign up and support the show. And after you've paid your second month of Buzzsprout, they give you a $20 Amazon gift card to show their appreciation. Once again, we're giving you free fucking shit. So just go sign up, guys. You can like go on there, talk about how much you hate your mother. Talk about how much you hate Average Joe. You can literally make an entire I could make an entire fucking podcast about all the things I hate. Anyway.
I can make a fucking podcast of all the things I hate about myself.
What more do you need? One more time. One more time, click the link in the show notes to start your podcast the right way with a company that cares about you getting your message to the world. Thank you, everybody that listens to the show and supports us every week. And thank you, Buzzsprout.com, for bringing us to the people. Now let's start the motherfucking show.
Yeah.
How was you guys' week off?
I worked.
Really?
Yeah.
But you went out of town.
Oh yeah, for
You were
the weekend.
stuck. You were
yeah.
stuck in infections in Texas.
Infections.
You were stuck with infections.
Yeah, no, I went out there. I went out there to Texas, and on my way back, we got delayed like 4 hours on the flight, just because like some type of door on the plane wouldn't close, and I was like, by all means, close that motherfucker. I don't
Right.
need to be up in the air.
I'm actually a huge bitch when it comes to flying. I don't like flying.
Oh yeah, I'm all cool
fun.
until I hit my first little bump of turbulence. And
Yeah?
I'm like, oh shit, it was.
I've never flown.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you like? Does that make you nervous? Like the thought of getting on a plane?
Bro, I immediately think Final Destination and it's over with for me.
Thank God I've never seen those movies.
Bro,
So happy.
I was in one of them. I was in Final Destination 5.
Oh, the bad one?
Yeah, the one where the movie theater exploded and the chick got hit with the
Yeah, I've never
Oh,
seen
the
any of
3D
them.
one.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. I remember that one.
I was in that. I was at Clearview Mall.
Oh, that's wild. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm flying for the first time next month.
You excited?
I don't know.
Do you have like any nervousness about going into it?
No.
Nah, you just ready to go?
Yeah, gotta go to
Yeah,
Wyoming.
to me, the takeoff is so what's that? Nice little 3-hour flight.
Is it?
Yeah, about 2.5, 3. So I mean, yeah, it's the takeoff for me is the worst. That moment when like,
The climbing altitude kind of messes with you.
yeah, like the like it feels like the plane's literally like dipping,
Right.
and like you feel like your insides like kind of fall. And
See,
it's
I don't
like,
even
like
get.
that.
I've flown so many times. I don't get the ear popping no more.
I still get the ear
I don't
popping.
get the funny tickle in my stomach. None of that shit no more.
At one point, I was flying almost every week, and it's still not. It never got any better. I'm even talking to my boss one time, the guy when I was working for that company, and I even told him, I'm like, yeah, dude, y'all got to know I love y'all because I would not be getting on a plane this much if it wasn't for the fact it was my job. And
Right.
he was like, all right, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. He's like, if you're scared of flying now, it's not gonna get better.
Right.
He's like, it's gonna suck every time.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I remember we're sitting at the airport. I'm finally flying home. This was another one. We were delayed for 9 hours, and the reason that the plane was delayed was because the plane wouldn't start. To which I said, yeah, definitely fix that. Definitely.
Yeah. Give me another one.
Yeah, give me a whole new plane. You know what I'm saying?
Give me another one.
I feel like we're at the port to go in the air. There's got to be many other places to do, like many other
Facts.
things that can do that. Borrow another one. Like,
Right.
I know y'all got some more back.
That's
there,
what
but-
happened on
Can't
our
just put-
flight. Like the original plane we were supposed to get on, something had happened to where they had to swap out the whole plane. Then we going to get on this one. We get the whole plane loaded, and they're like, so this door won't close, so stuck in here for an hour and a half. If you want to step out of the plane, smoke a cigarette for any of my smokers. These
Wow.
niggas open the plane doors, let the steps down,
Get
and let
the
people
fuck
go
outta
outside and smoke outside the plane.
That's
till they
wildly
fix their
illegal.
Stupid little door plane.
That is wildly
Shit.
illegal.
I feel like that's a
It's
setup.
Texas. What the fuck they gonna tell them?
Facts. Okay, I forgot it was Texas. But yeah, so I'm sitting on I remember I'm sitting on the runway, and it's that flight to go home, and they got the little kid sitting in the aisle, like catty corner to me, and then his dad sitting across from him in front of me. So like me, I'm one of those people that like, I'm scared shitless, but I'm not gonna let you know it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Unless like you're my friend sitting next to me, then I'm gonna be digging my fucking nails into your arm. But what ended up happening was I gauge other people. So like if you start panicking, then I start panicking.
Right.
So like if I'm looking around and everybody's just during the turbulence, I'm like, okay, so this is normal. Okay,
Right.
so I'm not gonna panic. I'm just gonna kind of sit here and try not to knock shit over. Well,
Impossible.
impossible. So I'm sitting there in the plane. We're taxiing onto the runway, like we're getting ready to take off. And as we're taxiing on, the lights in the overhead start flickering on and off. Start flickering on and off. And now I do what I do. I start looking around. And I'm like, is this normal? Because I'm still a kind of virgin flyer. I don't know about all the different whatevers. And then the little kid sitting across from me, he starts having a little like panic attack. And his dad reaches over, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to live vicariously through this kid, and I'm going to listen to what his dad says. I'm going to take it in, and I'm going to use it. So he reaches over, he grabs his son's, like I'm his son right now. He reaches over, he grabs his 4-year-old son. This is what makes it even more pathetic. He grabs his 4-year-old son's arm, and he goes, hey, bud, hey, listen to me. Look, dude, you're talking to Dad, okay? You know, Dad's flown hundreds of times. I've never seen this happen before. I don't know. I'm like, dude, yo, you're not helping me.
Dad, what the fuck?
And no, this is not a joke. This is a 100% true story. So now I'm sitting here looking at this fucking monster who's like, you're like the perfect dad, dude. Like, you're like, we're going to die. So yeah, that's like a couple of my experiences with flying. We did have one where we hit the air pocket and it dropped. We dropped a couple hundred feet. Yeah. Even though that's when I look around, I'm doing the thing where I gauge people. Everybody's panicking, and then I look at the stewardess, like they're my last hope. I'm looking at the stewardesses, and they're like wide-eyed as fuck.
What are you flying? Fucking Spirit?
Yeah,
Oh, well, yeah.
Bro, I've always
I'd
been
never
told,
fly Spirit.
I'll never do it again.
Yeah, never.
Never do it again.
Ain't that the one that Chinese got beat up on?
No, that was American Airlines.
Yeah.
But also, Spirit Airlines are $30 a ticket, and that's why.
Yeah. Spirit Airlines cheap as a motherfucker. I'd never fly that shit
I
though.
wouldn't know. I've just
just
always
pay
been
United.
told if you're on a flight and a stewardess runs to buckle up, yeah,
Get ready.
something's wrong.
Yep.
Something's coming.
I hope when I'm flying, some manifest shit happen.
Manifest. I've
Yeah,
never seen that.
That stupid ass show.
Yeah, it's
Like
fucking.
828.
Oh,
It's
that
fucking
one that I
trash.
refused to watch because they canceled it already.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
it's-
said. I was gonna start watching it, and then I heard that it was so trash in the third season they canceled it.
Yeah, and like they hit like some turbulence, and then like everything was fixed, but when they landed, 5 years had passed.
Man, it's not that bad.
Lost.
Tax return.
Lost.
That's all I'm thinking.
That's all I'm thinking is
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah, and as I'm watching it, I was like, dude, I've never seen Lost. Like I've seen a couple episodes of Lost, but like as I'm watching, I was like, I get them vibes.
Yeah, Lost
Stupid fucking show.
is definitely one of them shows that like It's almost like a Game of Thrones. Like when it starts, it's one of the greatest TV shows you've ever watched in your fucking life. And then you get to around season 5, and you're like, what happened?
The writers
What
quit.
did y'all do?
The writers quit.
Yeah, I know. But
That's what happened.
But I mean, if you don't know what happened, you're just sitting there looking at it like, what the fuck? Like, how did it become this? Anyway.
As soon as you Google it, it's going to be like, the writers quit.
But yeah, man. But last week we also had the baby shower and the diaper party.
Hey-oh.
And me and Joe had a moment at the diaper party where Larry came too. Appreciate you coming, my friend. Yes, sir. Turtle had infections.
Real quick, I just thought about it. Real quick, before we get into everything, we missed last week, and I wanted to do this last week, man. I just wanted to say shout out to and my condolences to the family of my homeboy I went to high school with, Justin Bro, J Bro, man.
Ooh.
Condolences to all his family and friends.
Absolutely.
I was meant to do a dedication for him last week on the show, but we missed a week, so I
Yeah.
just want to make sure we get that out of the way, because
Yeah.
we all grew up together, man, you know, from teenagers to adults. He
Damn,
was
that's
always in the building for at least 8 out of the 10 shows.
Yeah.
If we had one in a year, he was going to be in there. So, shout
Salute,
out to J-Bro, man.
salute J-Bro,
R.I.P.,
man.
brother. You will be missed.
And shout out to Biz Marquee. We'll do that one too while we sitting right here.
Absolutely.
Rest in peace to Biz Marquee.
And I seen some news earlier, too, man. My condolences to Phil and Josie. They lost Coco today.
God damn.
Coco finally kicked the bucket.
Yep.
I thought
16
that fucking
years.
dog wasn't going
Damn.
nowhere.
16 years.
Fucking never stopped biting my goddamn ankle.
She didn't know who you was, bitch couldn't see.
I know, but still. Tell you what, this Ciroc do taste like the Jolly Ranchers.
It does.
The watermelon Jolly Ranchers.
That's
But yeah, we had the it's delicious though. That's the best flavored one. Fuck what
racism is delicious.
But yeah, we had the chicken. But we had the baby shower, we had the diaper party, and me and Joe had a moment while we were standing in the new nursery,
That nigga ain't, you know.
and we had a moment where it was like, yeah, we look at the scam,
Yeah,
the scams.
it's a big fucking scam.
And then I said, no, you know what? Let me show you what the real scam is. All of the shit that we got in this fucking room is useful in one way or another. But you want to know the one thing that's not useful? There's a $30 fucking item in that bedroom right now. You know what it is? It's a shusher. You know what that means? You hang it above the crib. It looks like a fucking torpedo. You hang it above the crib.
It's a baby dildo.
And it looks like one. And you hang it over the crib, and then every time it hears the baby cry, it starts going.
Wow.
That's fucking weird, bro.
Weird.
And I'm like, this is fucking terrifying.
Joe at 2 a.m. Shushing my baby.
That's you posted on Facebook earlier about something you purchased on Amazon and like haven't used. And
Yeah.
That would be one thing. Like I would forget I bought that shit, and in the middle of the night I hear shh. No, I got to get up.
Now I got to shoot the whole room up.
Yeah.
Now you're
Trying to
laying.
take my baby, nigga. Trying to tell my baby to shush so you can take him.
Rolling that bitch with the Mission Impossible roll.
No, that was like that. Y'all ever heard that shit they did on Reddit? It was like shortest horror, like write a horror story, but like only using 2 sentences, or like whatever the fuck it was. And they had like one horror story, and it was like I'm laying in bed and I can hear my wife soothing our crying daughter from the nursery over the baby monitor. And he's like, I rolled over to go back to sleep and smiled to myself, and then thought about it. My wife died 6 months ago.
Oof.
That's what that would sound like to me if I just hear shh
Yeah. Nah.
coming from the other room.
Sounds like I gotta sell
I
my
got
house.
chills thinking about that shit. Oh
Scott
man,
gonna run in that bitch with a butter knife. Back away from my baby.
get out of here!
Fuck out of here, Nikki P.
I went to go break the beer bottle. It didn't break, so I just set it down. Oh shit, yeah, man. But the diaper party was dope. A lot of people came through. We had some nice lit drinky drinks. The shower was funny because I tried to make this whole thing where it was just like, all right, you got the baby shower, you got the diaper party. They're gonna run, one after the other, and then we'll have the baby shower that could be for the women, and then we'll have the diaper party that be for the men. Well, a bunch of my cousins, I told them, I was like, I wouldn't mind if y'all come because like y'all cool as fuck. Y'all can come over, have a drink, whatever. You gonna tell Christy not to come?
Yeah, but I would scream it from like the backyard or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Katie and Christy both gonna beat you up. But speaking of which, Turtle got Turtle doing a peace offering. I got y'all's wedding.
I nigga was ducking. He was ducking. Man, I really got to go to Texas, bro. Like I can't make it.
But yeah, man. So like we're all sitting there hanging out, and then people are telling me about the baby shower because I only missed like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of it, because then I had to go help set up, and then I had to help bring everything home. Mm-hmm. So I popped back up towards the end. And somebody looked at me and they just went, "Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know there was no Batman stuff in there. You didn't get no Batman shit." And I was like, "I think you're lying." I'm like, "But I can't tell." And then like the next night, Nicole walking around just like closing cabinets extra hard. You know what I'm saying? Like walking around like I could hear her walking. And I'm just like, "Is everything all right, babe?" And she was just like, "No, I'm fine." I'm like, "All right, so you're not." I'm like, "All right, so what happened?" And she was just like, "I don't know. I just find it funny."
Oh boy.
That I did a Harry Potter themed baby shower and all we got was Batman shit. Every time I opened up a box, it was fucking Batman. I opened up another box, it's Batman. I was about to shoot somebody in the fucking face. Okay, she didn't really say it like that, but it was still just funny to me that it's like I'm looking through everything. Like just so much Batman shit.
It's funny that she was triggered.
She was about to Wingardium fuck somebody up.
Wingardium light this bitch the fuck up.
Oh shit! So yeah, thanks everybody again. My little man's G-Dub will be here hopefully in September. We're hearing that he's growing a little bigger than we thought, a little faster than we thought. So he might be here a little earlier.
Some head muscles, man.
That boy head big than a motherfucker. So we gonna see. Hopefully he come out with her complexion. I don't want no little mutant like me and Larry right here. We
saw the fucking ultrasound, like Boss Baby in there.
My son come out with a cone head. His shit was so big. She struggled pushing him.
Good Lord.
Yeah, that was rough.
Shout out to your wife's vagina, man.
It's all right now.
It's all good. Having a couple hand rubs, it's smooth out.
Yeah.
Dude, not to bring it off topic, but you plan on watching? You gonna watch this?
100%. Now that shit don't bother me. That shit don't bother me
until she shits.
That don't bother me, dude. I've worked in hospitals and doing all, like I literally had to sit there and smell people's penises getting burned and shit. Like
why are there
burning off prostates?
But that's not like the actual dick.
Yeah, but it's in their dick.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, you still
How
smell
do you
it.
smell that on?
Because you're burning out a lot of prostate if it gets to that point. Oh yeah, I've had to sit there, and then I sat in one surgery. I'm watching them go in there to pull out I think it was a tumor on some guy's kidney, and while they're moving stuff out the way, I'm seeing blood fall all over the place, and then out of nowhere I hear the doctor go, "Hey, crow," and then I went, "The fuck is a crow?" And this bitch handed him a fucking crowbar. And he stuck that crowbar in that man and started moving shit around.
Like he's stirring a pot.
Yeah, like a fucking witch in witch's brews, man.
I'd have been the back of yo.
You're not making a room, my nigga.
Pretty sure you just broke every law they got.
Right. They got nails in it? What the
So I mean So the long story short, that shit don't bother me. Like I've seen a lot and smelled a lot. So I mean,
you good, scalpel, crowbar. Hammer. What?
I just remember one doctor.
We doing surgery or building a house, my nigga?
We walked in. I walked into one surgery. They already put the woman to sleep, which they apparently not supposed to do.
I thought you were about to throw up. I was about to say how that's the story. Don't do it.
No, it was just one of the ones. Because that was the thing. The job that I was at, and so I'm not going to say the name of it, but the job that I was at, I'm actually not supposed to touch patients. I was just in there to help. Like, I don't touch patients. I just help with the machine that I was using. So I'm sitting in there, and then I'm sitting in there waiting while they're setting the whole room up. All my stuff's done. I just got to basically sit here and just shoot shit till they're ready. And then out of nowhere, the doctor pokes his head out. He's a little guy. He was a really little guy. He was like Sean size. He pokes his head out, and he goes, "Hey, Mr. Scott." And I went, "Hey, what's going on, man?" He goes, "Look, I know this isn't exactly protocol, so, just kind of try to keep it on the hush. But you mind coming to help real quick with a patient?" And I was like, I don't know. Like, there's like I'm trying to look out for my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything goes wrong, I ain't getting sued. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, no, it's nothing like that, Mr. Scott. He's like, we got to help. We need help rolling her into the bed. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, whole lot of bacon on this one. I was like, gotcha. Gotcha. And then I went in there and, oh my God, the Lord has spoken. And he wants you to come home.
Did you get like a running start?
Threw my whole shoulder into them.
It
But
was like Jesus trying to move that rock when he came back to life. Nigga was in that bitch.
But I said that to say I also had to do that while this patient was pretty much naked.
Oh no.
So yeah, so I saw,
Oh,
yeah.
you got your hands in some folds. You thought
Yeah,
you never
man.
was gonna get them in, huh?
and they were sweaty.
Pull that bitch out. Yeah.
Put both hands on her.
Doc.
The quickest sign ever.
So I don't think I violated any HIPAA laws just now, but yeah, man. I hope whoever that woman is, she got it together, man.
That boy said a whole lot of bacon.
Whole lot of bacon.
At that point, he sold me.
Oh.
He sold me a whole lot of bacon. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm on my way. But with that being said, yes, I plan on watching. I even went so far. I asked the doctor if I could catch, because they said because I read and we saw some videos and stuff where they said in some states, certain hospitals they'll let you catch, and I asked the doctor if I'd be able to catch, because it's that thing like I'm the first one to touch my son, and
You went from
hold
the
him.
pitcher to the catcher, huh? Just
Yeah,
that fast.
You know the game. So I asked if I asked if I could do that, and she basically just looked at me and she was like, "Yeah, nah." She was like, if this was like maybe the second, third baby, sure, we could have a conversation. She was like, but nah, you just stand back. I got this. All right, whatever. Why?
Where y'all having a baby?
Baptist, Austin Baptist.
Yeah, don't go to
Where
West
that's
Jeff.
at? Where
It's off Napoleon.
Oh, okay. Where?
I'm very upset not to go to West Jeff because it's 5 minutes that way. So
Bro,
I was like, if you do start having a baby at 3 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? It's right there.
Don't get me wrong.
Right.
The staff was great when we had my son, but they put
That's
us in
where
a
I was
room.
going at. Mm-hmm.
They put us in a room one with the air conditioner was broke, so they bring in the fans.
Nope.
So if anybody who's ever had a kid knows, if your significant other runs slight fever, 100.6 I think is the cap. It's hot as balls in that room when you're trying to push a baby out your vagina.
Yeah.
So she ran like 0.2 degrees of a fever. So I didn't get to hold him when he come out. I didn't get to snip the umbilical cord. They brought him straight to the NICU.
Damn.
So just
Watch that shit.
cherish that shit.
Yeah, man.
If you could do all that.
Oh, I plan to. That's why I said I want all of it. Like I built the crib.
Absolutely.
I did like everything. I want to drain every drop of juice I can out of this. You know what I'm saying? So, especially because it's my first. You know, second, third one I ain't gonna give a shit, but at least the first.
I ain't having no more.
Is that bad?
No, it ain't. It's not. It's honestly a blessing. I feel like I'm watching myself grow up again.
Right.
I really do. And looking at my son, he looks identical to me. So
Is he as stupid as you were?
a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
He's actually really.
It's always
smart.
good when you can imagine that, when you can admit that your baby got a little offness to it.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, we got a friend. I'm not gonna say his name, but we sitting there one day on the couch years back, and I'm looking at his son. There you go, Joe.
That kid.
And I'm looking at it. I'm looking at his son, and I'm just looking at him with that face. And I look over at him and say, "Hey, bro, I ain't trying to be mean. I'm just being honest. I think you got a dumb baby." And he was like, "What the fuck, bro? My baby ain't dumb, son. My baby ain't dumb, son. Fuck you talking about?" And like as we're sitting here going back and forth, I'm like, "Son, it's not a bad thing. Like some people just have dumb babies. You just happen to be one of them people that have a dumb baby.
1 out of 10.
My baby ain't fucking dumb, son. My fucking baby smart." And as we're sitting here going back and forth, his son picks up a bucket, puts it on his head, grabs a spoon, and just starts beating himself in the fucking head. And I was like, done. We're done talking.
Dumb baby.
Now, kid's got straight fucking A's, fucking top of his class at school, and like all of that. He's
Because
smart.
as soon as you fucking left, he yanked that bucket off his head. It was like, "You stupid fucking baby."
No, that was it. You had a dumb baby, grew up into a smart young man. It's just he was just a dumb baby.
Yeah,
It
it
go from
happens.
there. It happens.
It happens.
Like I know my kid one day I'm gonna walk in there, he's gonna be pulling stuff out of his diaper and eating it. I'm gonna be like, "Stupid motherfucker, dumb baby." You know what I'm saying? It's gross. It's not fun. I'm not saying it's gonna be a fun day.
Oh, bro. First blowout. Ugh.
He was eating it.
No.
Oh,
But the day I brought him home, he pissed a stream over my head. That was pretty talented.
Damn, you got pressure already.
we literally told everybody that went to the baby shower. We left little cards out, and it was more or less just like, leave us like a little note, like what you call it? Was that us? Oh, leave a little note for like advice for like the new parents and this and that. No, my cousin said, let him pee twice before you change the diaper.
Yeah, well, don't ever take the diaper all the way off when you're going to change it.
Yeah.
Because the second air hits that, it's over with. You're going to piss again.
Oh Lord.
Oh, yeah, it happens. It happens. But I don't necessarily agree with asking for advice because some people be giving some dumbass advice.
Like what?
Like just the paranoia shit. Like, oh, make sure your kid doesn't do this and you don't do this before your kid goes to bed. And it's just shit like that. Like, bro, don't tell me how to live my life.
No. Like the thing about like going into parenting that like I don't mind is like if you're giving me sound advice, that I'm okay with. Like if it's like the thing like you said, like don't take the diaper all the way off, like little tips, little tricks. I'm cool with that. What I don't like are the motherfuckers that are like coming in.
I wish Nikki was in here right now.
Dog, no, you don't. She'd be going to fuck off.
I know.
I've seen her Facebook.
She could probably hear me right now, like just sitting there, like what? She said, yes, I would. No, but the one thing that I'm loving right now is we went to Walgreens the other day. We went to fucking Walgreens yesterday. We walk into this fucking place. We go in there. We walk up to the fucking register. I'm standing behind her. She walks up. She puts the stuff on the counter. Woman behind the counter looks up, says hello, looks directly at her stomach and goes, "Oh, you having a girl?" Which, first things first, they say when you're having a girl, you carry more weight. Mm-hmm. So Nicole took that on as, bitch, are you
saying I'm fat?
The fuck?
You also carry higher.
Mm-hmm. Well, then Nicole goes, no, actually.
Boys always little basketball belly.
Actually, we're having a boy. The woman goes, oh, are you sure it's not twins? And I almost went, ew, you want to stop calling my old lady fat? Like, is there anything we could do right now to like get you to shut the fuck up? Because I might have to hear about it in the goddamn car.
I ain't gonna lie. At one point when I looked at Nikki, I thought she was having twins.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She gonna fuck you up. What?
I get it.
She gonna have one of them big ass 10-pound, 8 feet long babies that you be seeing posted on Instagram, looking like a toddler as a newborn.
Baby, like got an ID.
Baby running can't hold his head up.
Nigga be able to walk at fucking 2 months. And he's gonna get up and start shaving at 3 months.
No, the worst ones too.
You get a job at a year.
If I hear one more time that we're never gonna sleep again, I'm gonna choke somebody. It's like dog, we get it.
The only thing I be trying to like fucking drill at parents is that whole, oh, my baby's sleeping, everybody be really, really quiet.
Nah, fuck that.
No, you want them to get accustomed to that environment.
I hate that shit, bro. I was like, you're never going to be able to do nothing in your life because you're going to be worried about your kid taking a fucking nap and everything being quiet.
If they're... well, like, the other thing, too, was, like, the only time
like, don't be obnoxious with it.
The only time I could ever see that
I'm not saying throw a house party while your kid's sleeping.
Right, but the only time
be able to do what you got to do around the house while you got some relief.
The only thing I could see happening whenever that happens, for me to do that, would be, we've been trying all fucking day. And this little motherfucker just went to sleep. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. At that point, yes, everybody quiet.
Everybody shut the fuck up.
I'm a nap too.
Take all the ice out your drink. I don't even want to hear that shit clinking.
Take your keys out your pocket, nigga. I hear you jingle. Pass me one more time. It's going down.
As soon as you put the baby down.
We're going to have to turn that shit off on the fucking Alexas because every time somebody hit the goddamn doorbell, it goes, somebody's at the front door. Somebody's at the front door. And I could already hear him screaming as soon as that shit happens.
Somebody's at
That's how dads set houses on fire.
Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, like, don't fall into the trap like we did. My son's just now getting into his own room to sleep. Like he got real because I work 24 hours.
Right.
So when I'm not home, she put him, in our
bed,
room, in our room, and just to feel comfortable.
Thanks a lot.
And postpartum depression is very real.
Very real.
Yeah.
She would wake up in the middle of the night, and I'm sorry if I'm exposing you, baby, but she would wake up and like panic, saying the baby's not breathing and stuff, just flipping out. And I would have to wake up and be like, bro, it's okay, he's breathing, he's good.
When before you finish, like, did you have like the new dad paranoia at all? Because I could see me having it.
I didn't, but I don't know. I've been through so much prior to my son that I kind of just.
Oh yeah, well yeah, you've been in like crisis. Like your job is crisis. So
I can, and I'm real good at pinpointing when something's wrong.
Gotcha.
Even if they're not saying nothing. So
Speaking on the postpartum depression shit, like we got a homeboy, and I'm pretty sure that's why him and his baby mama's not together no more. And why she went like so far off the deep
it's
end.
hard, bro.
Because like I'm pretty sure she had the shit because she already had like a chemical imbalance that she was taking shit for. And then you have a baby, and then you just go back to trying to live your regular life, and that shit don't work out in your head how you think it's supposed to. That's gonna act on the postpartum depression even more, and then it just went untreated, and she just.
There's multiple different
spiral.
forms too. Some people miss the baby being in the belly.
Yeah, that
start
too.
to freak out over that too. So
Yep.
That's why I say I get a chick pregnant. I'm taking a 9-month vacation.
Yo.
I'll be back.
Nah, Nicole's actually been dope as fuck this entire pregnancy. Like, if anything, we actually did like our relationship's actually gotten stronger since she's gotten pregnant. Like less arguing, less fighting, and everything. I was like, we well, I mean, I'm sure, but I mean, well,
That's only a 9-month release period.
No. Because you
signed
want to know how that's not true?
at the doctor's office and you didn't know.
You want to know how I know that's not true? Because the other day we went and visited somebody. I'm not going to put them on Front Street. But we went and visited a friend and their baby mama and their new bundle of joy. And this was like barely a month ago. And theirs was born earlier this year. So we're having that moment where we go over there and we all sitting there talking this, that, and the fifth, and they're like, "Oh, how much longer y'all got left?" And we're like, "Oh, like about a month and a half, whatever." And they're like, "Oh, so y'all must be fighting all the time, huh?" And I was like, "Actually, no. Actually, we've been doing very, very good." And he was like,
till the baby's
"Oh," and then he looked over at his baby mama and it was like, "Let me into your relationship, why don't you?"
we didn't have any problems during the pregnancy at all. I think it's really learning to co-parent together, and basically like the things that you are not okay with, she needs to not be okay with too.
Right.
That way you're not confusing. It's the same thing as raising. I mean, y'all got animals. Same things with an animal. You tell an animal it's not okay to do something, and then somebody comes behind you. It's like, oh, it's okay. Let him do it.
Yeah.
Nah, don't fuck.
Oh, that's the grandparents.
Oh, I've already listened. Sorry again, babe, but I've already gotten in a physical fight with her dad.
Damn.
Just because I'm a firm believer in respect. You're gonna show me respect. Don't call me out of my. I'm dad. I'm not Larry.
Yeah, don't undermine me.
Right.
He lets his daughter call him by his name. I don't play that shit. And he's like, "Well, you better get used to it. It's gonna happen." I was like, "No, because I'll punch him in the mouth, and then I'll punch you in the mouth for letting him do it."
Yep.
Facts.
Nigga violent, dog.
do that
You
shit.
mad about
I'm big on respect.
that.
You gonna respect me.
I feel you.
Facts.
Especially my boy, he gonna respect me.
Facts.
I should only have to go, and he know, shut all that shit down.
My mama lift her hand too fast. I duck.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Your little boy gonna be like, Scott A-Bear.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick him in a backpack and let him float down the Mississippi.
With a rope on it. Pull him back every time he get far and be like, I ain't thought that shit was cool, huh? Bloosh. Do it again.
Well, speaking of being physical, one of the reasons we brought Mr. Frederick on today was because he did have a podcast that he was very proud of, the Inside the Thin Line, Inside the Blue Line, Inside the Gray, White, and Green Line.
All them lines.
All them lines. But,
I knew it was coming.
I knew it. But unfortunately, the Inside the Thin Line podcast is no more.
Joey.
No, it's not.
What would be the reasoning behind this?
All right, so, I mean, long story short, I was starting to catch some flack from people within the parish directly involved in the fire service. My first season of my show, I didn't mention anything local. I didn't mention where in the area I worked. I didn't mention nothing about it. And then I brought on my co-host, Brian, and he's already controversial. I said that in my first show, but we're about to go through a consolidation in my fire district, which basically means all 5 departments that are individual are about to combine to one. So it's going to be the 7th district fire department. In doing that, there's going to be 1 chief instead of 5 individual chiefs. So one person's going to be in charge. Well, we talked about that on the first episode of my second season. And in doing that, we brought up some chief salaries out there, which one of the chiefs is making $160,000 a year fraudulently and charging people for phone calls when he's off duty, breaking some other rules that I'm not gonna go into again. But yeah. So we were starting to talk about things that was pissing people off because usually the truth hurts, and it's just me being in that area. It was affecting me, so I felt it pertinent. I talk about it. Well, it just so happened one of the departments in the area failed their audit while I was talking about the show.
Right.
They failed in 6 different places. We're talking money fraud, payroll fraud, misappropriation of duties, all kind of shit. So, and it happened to be the same department where this chief makes $160,000 a year.
Oof. Somebody was dipping and dabbing.
So the inspector general's office did nothing about it. The director of fire services did nothing about it, and it kind of pissed us off, put a bad taste in our mouth. So we talked about it, and that particular chief called the director of fire services. Director of fire services called around and basically got back to me that he wanted to sit down and have a meeting. Prior to this meeting, we talked about we had a triple fatality accident on River Road in Wagaman that myself and Chase was involved in. So we didn't speak on it at first, and then it became national news. And one little dude in particular, you kind of dabble in EMS. We're taught, like, once you're done with a patient, it's not any of your concern anymore. If you saved them while they were there, you did your job. We don't usually get to know what happened to them.
Right.
This dude took it upon himself to, instead of organizing everybody that was direct, because, I mean, I'm going to be honest, we had a therapy session after. We had therapists and social workers and shit come to the station to debrief us because, I mean, we had partial amputation of limbs and, I mean, you got 3 dead people, 2 being kids.
Right.
So, I mean...
that'll fuck anybody up.
Yeah.
So we was having a rough time, and this little dude took it upon himself to go to the hospital and visit with the surviving victim without consulting anybody else, and tried to lie about it. So I called him on his shit, and I guess it rubbed people the wrong way.
Just so we're clear, you don't think he should have went and visited the family?
No, I'm okay with that.
Right.
If you would have consulted everybody else that was having a hard time dealing with it.
Okay.
So to me, we all had a plan. We was gonna wait until she recovered in the hospital, and when she went home, we was gonna organize like one of them drive-by parades or something like that, or get together at the station, which he ended up organizing himself at another station and didn't include everybody that was involved in the accident working it. And like I said, I caught a bunch of flack for speaking on it, but you know, it pissed me off because
He kind of owe you a fave.
bro. I mean, honestly, I watched Chase ball, and I know he ain't gonna mind me saying this. I watched him ball over this. He was one of the ones that removed the initial body from the car, and it was his first time dealing with something to that extent with a kid.
Right.
Yeah,
And
he came by the
he's-
house
I mean,
after.
he jumped out of the fire truck and just he put his head on my shoulder and bawled, and I knew it was bad. So I mean, even thinking about it now, it's rough. But so we deal with
by the
that.
crib after that night, and he just slept for like hours.
Bro, it was
Hours.
it was bad. I could say on a scale of, you know, my worst calls I've dealt with, that's one of them. But so we deal
So from there, yeah.
we deal with that, and then we started getting backlash. I sit down with the director of fire service. He's just like, listen, nothing you saying is wrong, but
Politics.
the individual that is more than likely going to become the fire chief of this district, you're directly talking about his guys and his department. He said, so you ain't going to worry about me. Everything that y'all got is fact. And it is what it is. But that guy, this is a fire at will state. You keep talking the way you're talking, and he might not have a need for you when y'all consolidate.
Yup.
So I'm like, all right, you got a point. So I did one more show, and I guess, really pissed people off. I don't know. I didn't even really say nothing, but it started rubbing people the wrong way. Well, the guy that's supposed to take over as chief called me and was like, hey, man, we got a problem. I was like, nah, I ain't got a problem with you. I got a problem with your employee who decided to go behind people's backs and organize meetups and get national recognition off of it. And so he's playing for his guy, and I completely get it. But I decided I was gonna stop that show because it just strayed from what I had a vision for in the beginning. Anyway, I just wanted to prevent first responder suicides, and it got off on a tangent about local shit, and that it's partially my fault. But you can't really help it when something directly affects you. You feel an overwhelming need to talk about it. So that's what I did. So the part where this comes out, I submitted Inside the Thin Lines Facebook page for deletion about a week and a half prior to receiving this message. And I'm going to go ahead and read the message because I have it saved.
Okay.
This individual is the chief of Marrero Estelle Fire Department.
Go ahead. Look
Which
right,
is
look
where I
right
live.
in the goddamn camera. All the smoke.
Blake Hunter taught me in the fire service at the academy, and I thought we were cool. I didn't know we had an issue. And I used to be a member of his department.
Ooh.
So yeah, and never once spoke on him, spoke about none of his people, nothing. I never even said nothing in reference to Marrero area. So he hits me with a wolf raised by sheep will act as a sheep because that's what he knows until something sparks him to realize what his actual origin is. Do you really think no one knows who you are? You've went as far as publicly making it known on your personal Facebook page. Whoops, I almost forgot to mention that you've posted videos of your shows and it's quite obvious you are the host. You've got to be kidding me. Not that is any of relevance to me. I'm just mentioning to open your blind eyes, Mr. And then he tags me by name, Larry Frederick. Now, everybody that knows me knows I went by an alias on this show because it wasn't just local listeners. I had a lot of listeners outside the state that don't know me.
Right.
So he says, this statement sounds just as fucking dumb as your compadre would say, which he's referring to Brian Miller. He says, I hope you realize you had a great vision and focus, but let someone full of shit instead of facts disregard your focus and get you in trouble, just as he did himself. Be true, be you, but most importantly, make sure it's facts. It's amazing how many can talk but refuse to get facts and eventually make asses of themselves. Facts equals respect. Better cut your losses before they wreck you. So tired of everyone's uneducated bullshit. I'm sure you will delete this post because your balls are carried in the purse of your friend. That's cool. It's saved. I'll make it public and you'll have no control over it. Let's see who tucks their tail after you read this. Fucking shit-starting cowards. To which I responded.
Just tell me you want to fight.
Right.
Basically did.
Just tell me you want to throw hands, bro.
I'm wearing a shirt today that says, don't let your Facebook balls get your real-life teeth knocked out. I got this shirt made specifically for him. Had every intention on wearing it today just in the hopes that he sees this show.
Do we have the awesome privilege of like the first hangover call out?
Yep.
You do get 110% of the smoke.
Oh!
I know. Listen. It's just like that.
I got chills, nigga.
So I responded.
I was about to say, I'm getting a little.
So I responded and was like, look, bro, I've never mentioned you by name or nothing to do with you or your fire department. So I don't know where you get off chiming in on my shit. One, I wasn't even going to take this with anything until you mentioned me and tagged me by name. Because now I feel like you're making it personal.
Right.
100%.
I said, so by you attacking
I also feel,
me.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I also feel like as a man, I feel like that is a conversation y'all two could have had together.
Absolutely.
It feels like the fact that he went the extra mile to make it public and then tag your name and then do all of this other shit. It seems like something.
When you didn't mention him on his
How
department.
old is he?
Right.
He's like 40-something.
Oh man, grow the fuck up, you stupid.
He's a
dummy.
fire chief, bro.
That's why he did that shit, because that's what 40-year-old niggas do on
But
Facebook.
they have social media policies at his job. He is the fire chief. And you're attacking someone
And he knows how
as
to get
the
in touch
fire
with you.
chief.
And he knows how to get in touch with you.
Right.
Yeah,
We're
you
both
bugging.
chiefs.
He's grown.
It's not hard
Right.
for you to
You a
reach out to
grown
me.
ass man.
You're a grown ass man.
So,
And I didn't mention you.
right.
I talk about
There's
you.
Nothing. So he was, him and my co-host Brian had a spat before. So he was really targeting Brian, but I guess the fact that I brought Brian on kind of triggered him, and he was pissed off about it.
He brought him on and not me.
Brian knows the avenues to get public record, which is how we found out about the failed audit, what took place, how much people make, and all this.
And that's
It's
another
all
thing too.
public
You
record.
can't try to cap on a nigga for some shit I can Google.
Right. So, and he's like, "You're wrong."
Somebody get this man another drink.
So he's like, "Y'all are wrong."
Who's your worst
yeah.
enemy? Google.
You don't have facts. And I'm like, "No, I have all the facts. That's the issue. It's hurting your feelings because everything's true."
True. Right.
But
right.
my thing is
Blake Hunter?
Blake Hunter.
Bring him on. Let's bring him on the show, man.
When you personally attacked and went after my name,
I'm just kidding. Don't come in my house.
Right, I'm about to
you
say,
made
because
it
soon as he say some slick shit, it's gonna be fist flying in these chairs.
But he act like I don't know where he lives.
Oh,
Right, nigga, you Marrero Estelle fire chief.
You live in a
We turn your goddamn microphone.
Nigga, get you pulled up on.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, you got a kids plural. You got a wife that would probably feel just as attacked if I did the same shit
Saying to him, right?
Yeah.
My
Exactly.
old lady was ready to skull drag somebody.
Facts.
Me, I'm like, bitch, I'll beat you up in front of your kid.
Right.
I don't play with me. Don't play on my name, especially when I was very close. And I don't like to pat myself on the back for anything, but I was very close with that show to actually achieving some kind of money income.
Right.
Well, that coupled with, and here's another thing, Larry.
So you messing with my money.
No, listen here. Fuck the money. Like, I also think you were doing something good.
I do
Like,
too.
I liked, I remember when you.
Honestly, bro, they wouldn't. If you was an ex-fireman, they wouldn't have been able to touch you.
But,
Which is why
Whether he was
Brian,
talking to current,
that was Brian's
former,
thing. Brian's
fucking
blackballed.
retired,
But-
head of staff, they wouldn't have been able to touch you.
But I feel like above all things, like what you would do. Like I remember when you first came to me about the idea, and we went back and forth about it before you got Buzzsprout.
Hey, Buzzsprout.
Everything you need. Click the link in the show links.
Click the link in the show links
One of them.
with the sausage links next to him.
But I remember when you came to me about it, your biggest thing was you were just like, I want to try to help with the overwhelming numbers of, first responder suicides and like all of this other shit. So, I mean, granted, it did kind of, from what you're telling me, some episode did kind of divulge into like some playground.
It's my first,
you know
my
what I'm
first
saying?
two of the second season really is what caused all this shit. Bro.
Right. So I mean, it did kind of like go into, but at the same time, it was still coming from a good place. Like, granted, you didn't say names, you didn't do anything like that, but you were basically just telling some people like, you're held to a certain standard, so hold yourself to the same standard.
And I still, you know what, too? I still did my normal segments.
Yeah.
My line of duty death segments, and I've spotlighted first responders all around America. So the only thing that I said in regards to anything local was a talk between me and my co-host. It wasn't like we was bashing anybody, and never really said anything. We never called anybody out by name that wasn't listed in the national article.
Right.
That's it. So, I mean, for people to take offense,
That's the shit
especially
that
when it
keep
had
blowing my
nothing
mind.
to do with you. It had zero to do with you,
Yeah.
and you decided to put your input in. But the shit that he's bitching about, he did the same thing. I have his resignation letter from Harvey Fire Department listing everything that I was bitching about. I'm not going to read it, but I have it.
Get the fuck out.
So I'm saying, you calling people cowards and shit like that, but you
They got
emailed,
receipts on you, kid.
you emailed the chief
Got
to
your
resign.
paperwork, blood.
Because of the same shit.
You emailed them because of the same thing that you bitching about that I'm talking about freely. He's just mad because I guess I'm speaking on the truth.
This did not age well for you, G.
Nope,
At all.
at all.
Oh no, listen, and I got dirt.
You better not make a
Stacked.
response. Nigga go mean that shit.
With Google facts.
I got ammo stacked on, dude. I know how you got in the fire service. Don't
He's out
blow
there
me.
sucking dicks for fire poles, wasn't
Nah,
he? Goddamn shame.
nah.
Out there blowing fire hydrants.
He had a particular nickname that Disco Biscuit, if I recall correctly.
I ain't about to go to war with no man named Disco Biscuit. All that tells me is he stands in his kitchen listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire dancing like Turtle just was. Do you remember?
But yeah, no. So that's, and then the fucked up part. The fucked up part is I don't even know if he's seen it because like I said, I had already submitted my page for deletion. So I went to go check to see if he commented back, and my whole page was down. So I don't know if he even seen the reply. You'll see it now, but yeah, I don't know. So I decided to get rid of that, and the people that I had just my last 2 episodes of the show, I had involved Tattoo the Bounty Hunter, Gene Thacker, and me and him linked up. And he wanted to become a sponsor of the show, but in the same sense, he wanted to start his own show. So I'm like, listen, after this debacle with my shit, I kind of don't want to be in charge of a show, but I'll help you. I'll edit and I'll be a co-host.
Let me ask you this: why? I mean, the answer might be obvious. I'm just curious, but like, why do you have to cancel your show?
Because if I don't, I guess the reputation's already ruined. Once I spoke on what I spoke about, that's all people want to hear.
Reputation ruined by who? Like, I mean,
in the fire service.
what?
So you could easily be blackballed. My co-host Brian is blackballed from almost every department in Jefferson Parish. They won't touch him because he did the same thing as me. He used to have a podcast called Talk Gumbo, which we're revitalizing. And he spoke a lot about shit that was going on that, you know, these politicians don't want to touch and the chiefs don't want to touch and all that. So he was speaking real and had real facts. But powers that be said, yeah, you want to expose me? Well, good luck finding a job. And they could easily do that whenever we consolidate. My boss didn't give a shit.
Right.
But my potential boss gave every shit in the world.
Right.
Because we was talking about his department. So that's why I went ahead and cut it off. But also in saying that, when me and Gene was talking back and forth, I said, you know, the Court of Public Opinion's a motherfucker. But that's what we naming our new show, Court of Public Opinion.
Okay.
And
I won't watch it unless y'all wear judges' robes every episode.
It could be arranged, bro. But we're gonna be talking. We already got 5 guests lined up with unsolved cases, whether it be from rape victims to murders that weren't solved.
Oh, so like kind of true crimey?
Yeah, and we're not gonna be involved as in police department wise, like trying to solve them. We're just gonna try to open their mind up to maybe remember some shit that they didn't remember that happened back then, and maybe shed some light on the situation.
So like, do y'all need somebody to come in there and talk about like Ted Bundy or like Ed Gein or?
If it comes to it. If we need to profile somebody, I got the perfect person.
I got an unhealthy amount of knowledge about like.
You really do.
I just fucking found out because I had already knew that it happened, but like I was just YouTube scrolling and it hit me again. Freeway Ricky Ross been out of jail.
Oh, yeah.
You need to get that interview. I want to know some shit.
He was on Expeditiously like a year or two ago.
I will not be afraid to ask. Look, these pussy ass nigga ain't gonna ask. How much was it? How much?
But no, that's basically it, bro. It came down. I was getting tired of the bullshit, and it just ain't worth it. If I'm not making money off of this shit, I gotta have a job. And if my job's in jeopardy,
right. You can't put that in jeopardy. Facts.
Well, you didn't just fuck yourself just now calling that man out like that, no?
Man, he ain't gonna do nothing.
I don't work for him.
Did you have that thought though, like you being so close to like making money off your show? Did you have that thought to where like, fuck that job? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll do this.
Probably
No,
not.
Honestly, I'd have been that nigga.
I've been doing it.
Yeah, that shit ran across my mind for real.
I put too much hard work and dedication into my job, bro. I've been here 10 years.
And you're a chief now, huh?
Right. So I mean,
Yeah.
I can't really go higher than what I am at this job. And I'm making really good money, but like I said, it's just you kind of got to know when to cut your losses.
Yeah.
You really do. And I got a kid to worry about. You know, I got.
Well, that's why they call it a leap of faith, brother. Not a leap of I got it.
It's gonna be. it's gonna be some shit.
Now,
I'm
if
sure
that's
it's
what
not
I
over.
If you were like close to making as much as you're making being a fire chief
No,
off the podcast,
no second thought.
we got nothing to talk about.
No, right, no second thought. If you'd have guaranteed me the money I take home a month just off of the podcast,
Fuck 'em.
shit, I'd have drove the man's house that day.
But that's what's wrong with a lot of my partners in the industry that want to be in the entertainment industry. When it comes to this shit, you gotta, if you know that you on to something, you gotta be able to risk the biscuit. If you're not, then you're not gonna be able to do nothing with it. I wouldn't be as far as I am if I didn't leave all of those bullshit ass jobs that I thought I was making money from. and went and got out there and really did some shit. Now I got music out there that I'm making bread off of still to this day, and I ain't released an album in 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
If I was
For
single,
niggas who's wondering.
Right.
if,
You know
I
what I
was,
mean?
if I was single and didn't have a family to worry about, absolutely, I would.
Nigga, I still gotta go to work to pay my bills.
I
but
get it,
still,
but-
you know what I'm saying? You can't make money if you
I
scared
gotta
to,
have-
if you scared to take the opportunities. That's why I just said it. It's called a leap of faith, not a leap of I got
I'd be a
this.
leap of homeless if I did what I did. I'm
Nah,
not about
look,
that.
I don't hear nobody excuses about the kids or none of that. Nigga, Future had 5 kids and was on child support before he was famous.
Yeah, well,
You know what I'm saying?
I guess
Yeah,
I'm just
man.
not. I'm not about to losing a job.
Yeah.
That's all
right.
it is. That's just say that. Niggas is afraid to admit that they not that they afraid to take that step.
That's cool.
Also though, in the same
And that's
sense,
cool. That's cool,
in the
right.
same sense,
Just
it-
know
it
you're
wasn't-
not gonna get there as fast as the nigga that is not afraid to
I'll
take
be
that
I'll be
step.
100 with you.
You know what I'm saying?
The
it's
podcast
just a slower
was
road.
never gonna be a job for me.
Right.
That was, and I never intended on making money off of the podcast either. I was just doing it to help people.
Right.
Same thing I'm doing this job for. So, I mean, it's a what and what. It wasn't like, see, if it had been music and I actually thought that I had something with my music and I was going forward, then fuck
Then we'd
it.
have something to talk about.
I'm going to put something into it. But this podcast is replaceable, bro. Like, and now I got 2 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I mean, you could see that you could actually look at it as instead of like risking the biscuit. Now you might have put yourself in a better
I opened
position.
it with
Yeah.
my sponsors, with Tattoo. Shout out to Tattoo, bro. Like,
But if you know that,
put me
but
in a
if
position.
I'm about to say, if you know that's gonna happen, there's nothing wrong with letting that old biscuit go. If you got 2 fresh hot ones out the oven,
right.
You know
so,
what I'm saying?
I mean, and like I said, that's my come up now. I got Court of Public Opinion that I'm gonna be on as a co-host, and then they got Talk Gumbo that I'm editing and kind of overseeing. And we call it True Crew because the definition of true is 100% real and everything factual. So that's me, Tattoo, and Brian is True Crew. That's the overall, and I'm gonna be doing the True Crew podcast at the end of the week after their shows to kind of summarize and give a brief synopsis of what happened on both shows. So that's my show, and then they'll have theirs.
It's a recap show.
I was about to say, it sounds like you're saying, all right, my 2 other guys got this show, and then at the end of the week, I'm going to tell you what the fuck they were talking about.
For my show, yes. Basically, that's it. Only because I'm not doing what I set out to do in the beginning.
Gotcha.
And it kind of it pisses me off, but in the same sense, like I said, it's better to know to cut your losses now.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean that's the thing. I read a lot of books. You know what I'm saying? If you look behind Joe right there, I got the autograph from John Douglas. The Mind.
I'm jealous of all that shit.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
especially Stephen King collection. Like, you ever come up missing? Those books might come up missing too. Huh?
Hey, I'm actually trying to put that in a will somehow. Like I'm gonna just leave it to somebody random. Like all my fucking Stephen King books is just gonna go to some random fucking person.
Don't do it. Don't do it to me, please.
Oh yeah, you're getting all of them.
No.
You can sell them. They're worth a lot of money.
I'll steal them from you.
All right. Well, we know what we're gonna take a pause for the cause, ladies and gentlemen. Pause for the cause. Because we have another ad this week. We got a mid-roll. Y'all ready? Guess who hit us up today?
Who?
SNJ Event Services LLC.
Oh, okay.
What you got? What you got, Larry?
Fucking Jason.
Fucking Jason. We can't get rid of him, bro. No matter how hard we try, bro. Jason Duford's fucking here. S&J, they're your one-stop shop for all your party needs, motherfucker. I ain't gonna do the whole fucking ad in that voice. Birthdays, weddings, baby showers, getting out of jail parties, holiday parties, or maybe even just a normal Saturday. Maybe even just a normal Saturday get to. The fuck I'm calling you for if I'm just sitting around the house? You know what? Anyway. Or maybe just even a normal Saturday get together with all your friends. Homeboy just got out of jail. Why? Because he was touching kids. And now you need somebody to come over and set up the tables because
We do not need anybody to set up tables for that pedophile. No,
So,
sir.
So
Go
maybe
touch
even
all
just.
the little boys he want in the McDonald's playground.
You're right. Let me bring that back. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so you know, anything you need, S&J can provide whatever you need for your party. From water slides and porta cool fans to beat these Louisiana summer days, to tents and tables and chairs to accommodate those larger family gatherings. I can honestly even throw in there that this past weekend for my baby shower, Jason and Steven came over and set up the 2 tents for everybody to sit outside and eat with the tables and the chairs to go down it. It was a beautiful setup. Unfortunately, nobody sat underneath one of those tents because it was storming. And when it wasn't storming, it was hotter than a motherfucker. And we did not order one of his Porta-Cool fans for us to cool ourselves off during these Louisiana summer days. Anyway, so S&J also specializes in weddings, DJ packages, light packages, photo booths, and special effect equipment. Hell, if you need weed, they'll come hook you up.
Nah, they call me for that.
That ain't gonna do that. But they have special effect equipment such as the indoor sparklers and dancing on a cloud machine. I don't even know what that is. I just know I want to play with it while I'm drunk. For a limited time, listeners of the Hangover Podcast can get 10% off of any booking over $100 when they tell them that they listen to the motherfucking show, that they down with the Hangover crew. You hear me? So you can check them out on Facebook.
Don't do that no more.
Sorry.
You can check their Carfax when they come to you about it.
Yeah,
Ask them about the show.
Check.
Hey, the equipment A1 too. They got like 90% of that shit from Guitar Center.
They got some nice shit.
He just plugged himself twice in the same ad.
See how them motherfuckers does that shit? You can check them out on Facebook at SNJ Event Services LLC or their website, sjeventsnola.com. That's sjeventsnola.com to see everything they have to offer. At SNJ, they will bring the party to you. Don't beat your meat, beat the heat. Call SNJ Events. I freestyle.
I do both of them. You know what I'm saying?
At the same time. In the AC just.
Son ain't gonna give me today. I'm gonna give me today.
All right, fine. We'll run it back real quick. All right, so beat your meat and beat the heat at S&J Event Services LLC. Motherfucker.
They're gonna fire us.
Yeah. Out the gate. I'm gonna get a call tomorrow. Hey, bro, this is not what I paid for.
Why don't you give being friends with us?
You chose us.
He literally said, "Here's the ad, but put your little spin on it." I'm like, "You don't want to do
know
that. You don't want to do
Oh, so he did this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He did this damn.
Okay.
Blame the top fan.
All right. So, with that being said, thanks for letting us in on all that fuckery, Larai. We're very glad to have you here as always, man. You're a great guy. You're fun. You're ugly, but you're fun.
Fuck, I can't help it.
I'm
Daddy
ugly.
made me this way.
This magic moment.
Are you
When
still
your
on your
lips
boy
so close.
dancing in the fucking kitchen? In
Disco
the
biscuit.
Mr. Disco Biscuit. Stupid ass face with your stupid ass looking like a stupid ass.
I hope I never see him anywhere.
Boy.
I will scream across
Look
anywhere
here.
I'm at. Disco biscuit. Do the thing.
I want him to come over here and say something.
Do the thing.
Do you remember?
That's his theme song from now on. I swear to God.
Every time the motherfucker goes, do you remember?
Somehow rollerblades appear out of nowhere.
Start on a crisscross.
But unfortunately, he sounds like the type of guy that listens to the Taylor Swift cover, which is depressing. if you
Yes.
really think about it. Anyway, so you know what? Let's move on to the fun stuff. The fun stuff. The funny fun stuff. For the first time in 10 years, I had to watch with glee as they took the Mercedes-Benz off of my Superdome.
Has it
Yup.
been that long?
Yup, 10 years. Yup.
That it has been the Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
What is the stupid fucking name?
Still pissed off.
Begin with.
They need to put Louisiana Superdome back.
They need to put New Orleans Superdome back for all I give a fuck. But they can't do that because guess what they just did? They got out of a 10-year contract with Mercedes-Benz and signed a 20-year
with Caesar's
with
Palace.
Caesar's Palace.
That's only because they buying Harris.
Hey,
Casino.
I ain't gonna lie. Stop that. Cheers for that shit. Cheers for it. Let me tell you why. Cheers for it.
I want to hear you first before
Caesar's
I
Coliseum, nigga. We bringing these motherfuckers in to deal with our gladiators, nigga. They got to come see us.
All right, I'll give him
They
that.
got to come see it. The hardest warriors in history fought in Caesar's Coliseum. You can't say that shit ain't hard. And it's a circle. Nigga, what?
Breast man.
Nah,
Why you gotta make the
you give me
black
some
man
ice,
do it?
please?
I'm
Why you
trying
gotta
to-
make the black man
I'm
do it?
trying to
Bucket
fi-
right there in front of you.
I'm trying to figure out
Why
how
you gotta
to.
make the black man do it? Bucket right there in front of
Hey,
you.
Larry, give me some ice, please.
Bucket right there in front of you, Whitey.
Damn it.
I'm trying to figure out how to
Saltine.
boo, how to
Extra
properly
chalk.
boo what Turtle just said.
About what?
I'm just saying.
Hey,
Caesars.
Gotta come fight these fucking Warriors.
Every time them Francisco niggas come in there. Bah,
Not every time, just the last time.
We'll find out this year too.
bah.
But I'm also.
I cannot wait till football season start. Oh
Why?
my
You gonna lose again?
Who gonna lose?
You.
Tom Benson White gonna come out there every day for every team.
We struggle. I ain't gonna lie. We struggle against rookie quarterbacks, and I see Trey Lance starting.
He's not. Jimmy Garoppolo gonna start the whole year.
He gonna get hurt first game.
I mean, wow, I almost said that.
He gonna do it. He gonna do it.
I was about to say one can only hope, but I think Jimmy gonna do good. He's not a bad quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
He's just an average
Can't
quarterback.
stay healthy.
Yeah, fuck. Apparently the whole team can't. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what was funny about the whole name change situation was I read this and this made me laugh. They apparently submitted what the logo was going to look like on the side of the building, and then apparently whoever of the Superdome pushed it back across the table and was like, "Do you think you could make it a little less cartoonish?" And in my mind, the guy from Caesar's Palace went and looked at it, looked back at him, and went, "You mean our logo? Like, like that's our fucking logo, sir. The world famous Caesar's Palace. That's us." Yeah, but we're just wondering if you could make it a little less cartoony. And it's like, no.
You gonna take my money or not?
Right.
That's
You want the
biggest
lights
thing.
on in this bitch or not?
Right, we change our logo. We got to change our logo. It's not. It's not
Need to
gonna
paint,
work.
need to paint that crusty ass ceiling y'all got.
We gonna know too. Hopefully, all the millions y'all get.
I feel like they're gonna put slot machines in the lobby.
Apparently, almost like
Well, like I said, they bought Harris.
Yeah.
They're changing
Yeah.
Harris. this season.
apparently that
Yeah.
well, like also
Harris Casino is no longer.
apparently like
That's so upsetting.
a
They better not get rid of masquerades.
apparently a big fraction of
just
that
saying.
money is going towards what they call it.
Should go for the players.
No. All of it's supposed to go to the Saints, but
salary cap.
apparently a big Apparently, a big piece of it is going towards. I forgot what the term was they used, but like dead contracts,
Like
dead money?
Dead money.
dead money. Yeah, what is that about?
We owe 10 players dead money that we just paid. Like we paid people that's no longer on the team
Because they signed
know,
that
Breeze.
contract.
Yeah, when you
nigga.
it's like when you it's like guaranteed money. But like if you trade that player before he gets all of his guaranteed money, you're still paying a player that's not there
Okay.
because you still owe him money, which is dead money.
I don't know about y'all, but I feel like
I think
what was it?
I'm right.
What was it, like?
Right, you right.
What was it, like $130-something million? Something like that. I
in-
feel
in
like
dead money?
No.
I was about to
It was
say,
like no. It was like 30 million or 35 million in dead money. But I also feel like $138 million for the name rights for 20 years is a little low.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
20 years. Yeah.
20 years.
We should have at least got $238 million.
I was about to say.
Michael Thomas signed like what, a 5-year, $100 million contract?
Yeah,
That's his
20
contract.
years for 130 something million. God damn, you're paying one player.
Right.
yeah.
For 20 years.
Slant
Yeah.
boy.
For 20 years of a name.
It's like,
Good
Jesus.
job, Superdome.
You know he's hurt again, right?
Yep. He gonna miss. He gonna.
Michael Thomas.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
He ain't,
I think we'll
he
miss
ain't
the
hurt.
beginning
He
of the
had
season.
surgery.
Hold on.
He has surgery.
I paused it.
It's like the first 4 to 6 games. I think he gonna miss.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
So our year's already not looking good. We don't know who the fuck our quarterback is.
Jameis Winston.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I heard they said they're probably gonna pass him because what's his name?
Taysom Hill.
Is-
Taysom Hill's-
They better
Sean
not.
Payton's
If
baby.
they do that, we losing everything.
Yeah.
We losing
Nah, they're
everything.
going to be competing for it at the beginning of the season, but most likely it'll go to Jameis.
I would hope
Jameis Winston
so.
is the clear cut better quarterback.
Well, we
We're
only
gonna
got
see that in the
We only got
preseason.
3 preseason games this year.
Yep,
They changed
instead
it.
of
It's no
4.
longer 4.
What?
Because we don't
'Cause
need.
we
We don't
have
need
a-
4.
Well, we have an added game in the season.
Yeah, it's 18.
It's 18. It's 18 weeks in the regular season now instead of 17.
Yeah, and we didn't need 4 to 5 fucking preseason games. You know what I'm
The
saying?
players
Right.
hate it.
Yep.
And I'm also trying to get fantasy started immediately. I'm
Facts.
trying to wait this fucking preseason
Nigga,
game.
you can give me one preseason game. And I'm
Yeah.
with it.
I already knew who I'm gonna draft before preseason.
Facts. And I get first pick this year, nigga.
I'm not playing.
What the fuck? Who you gonna draft, son?
Who you Mo?
Well, you know
Hey,
what?
she cool as fuck, son.
Got them hands like Jesus. Son.
You see them legs, son? You saw what I just did? I went to the computer and back.
Want to see me do it again?
But speaking of babies and speaking of bullshit, like this whole episode, speaking of babies, speaking of bullshit, and speaking of sports, how'd y'all like Space Jam?
Didn't watch it.
Did not either.
I watched it. I didn't think it was bad.
All right, I'm glad you said that because I gotta say, we sat. I mean, we truthfully, we had it on in the background while we were building like the crib and like all that other stuff, and we would stop watch it like while we're in the middle of screwing stuff in and like all of this other stuff. But I gotta say, man, like the people that are trashing it, the people that, it's not as good as the original. Number one, of course not.
Right.
Of course not. That's what we grew up
Because
with.
I'm about to say, because the people who watch the original and can make the comparisons are now fucking 30.
Yeah.
I made my son watch the original instead of the new one.
I mean, no, I
in
get
my
it.
defense.
I get it.
Respect.
I get it.
Respect.
I mean, yeah,
And actually, I
you're
respect
going to have
that.
to watch
I
the
respect
first
that.
one before you watch the new one
you
if you're
need
my
to.
kid. Period.
Absolutely. But I do think for a kids movie, it was done
It was
well.
good.
It was pretty good for
I
a
mean,
kids
who do
movie.
we have to compare in the movie besides all of the cartoons that were in the same fucking movie
Game of
before?
Thrones was in it.
And fucking LeBron versus MJ. Michael Jordan ain't win no fucking Oscar for that fucking performance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was about just as dry. Michael Jordan was just as funny as LeBron was.
Do you think it would have got the same reception if Kobe would have been on it instead of LeBron? If Kobe was still alive?
No, because it's a different generation. Kobe is our Jordan. That's what people keep forgetting. Jordan was my pops and them's Jordan.
And I also
You know what I'm saying? Jordan came up in the 80s.
I'm just
we
saying.
grew up
they
in
got
the
a lot of
90s
people that
watching
refuse
Kobe.
to watch because it's
And-
LeBron.
Right. You can't tell me there's a lot of niggas right now that can remember a Jordan game right now. I
And-
can remember Kobe games like it's nothing. Only Jordan games I
And-
remember is when he was retiring
and
in Space Jam.
yes, I think the movie would have got the same reception if Kobe would have been in Space Jam.
Not this generation.
No, not us. But I mean, kids wouldn't
Well,
like
that's
it.
what I mean. This particular
This
the
generation, they
second
wouldn't have
one.
liked it because it's Kobe Bryant.
Right.
He's old now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
They like it because it's LeBron.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But I think the movie itself, like, take out the generational gap, like the MJs, the Kobes, the LeBrons, like, take out the generational gap. Just a movie,
Theoretically,
a
it was-
movie by
good.
itself. You take out LeBron, you put in Kobe, same movie. I think it would have got the same reception.
I don't think it would have.
I think it would have just because.
Just because it's released during this generation.
No, and like I said,
I mean,
no,
if you
if you take out the generational thing, it's the
I
same
can't because
quality movie.
it's so forward for this generation.
No, I'm literally
You know what
talking.
I'm saying?
No, I'm literally talking about acting, storyline,
theatrics.
everything. Like just the theatrics.
Oh, well,
of it,
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. It would have been the
Yeah.
same fucking movie.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
The only difference is, like Turtle said, we would have appreciated it more but then I also foresee a lot of people smacking their kids. Hey, shut up! That's fucking Kobe.
Right.
And then
right.
other kids going, but I don't care.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I was just like
That's what I
more in
meant
the
about it.
mindset.
That's why they
I've-
made a good decision
I've
with
heard a
LeBron.
lot of people say they will not watch it because it's LeBron. They just don't like LeBron.
Well, because you're hating. Like,
Right.
I mean,
that's just
literally all
motherfuckers
it
that hate
is.
LeBron. That's still in the NBA to
It's
this
a
day.
good- it's a good.
I don't like LeBron, but I still
don't
watched
either.
it.
I texted Smurf and he was like, because we all know Smurf hate LeBron.
Yep.
And I was like, he was like, no lie, son. The trailer look hype as fuck, but I ain't gonna watch it. If somebody have it on, I'll watch it, but I ain't gonna put it on myself.
Like Don Cheadle. Like to me, Don Cheadle is
The cast was amazing. Amazing.
like, dude. Game of Thrones. Like the Night King showed up.
Yep.
That's
Like
tight.
all kinds of like the Mask. You're watching one part,
And it
like,
wasn't just LeBron in there. AD was in the movie. Dame Lillard was in the movie. Klay Thomas was in the movie. And I forgot who the two WNBA players is. Don't bash me. It's not because they're women. It's because
No,
I don't watch
because
the fucking WNBA.
sucks.
Because they're women.
No, not because
No, because it fucking sucks. I seen a WNBA player dunk for the first time last year. For the first time
But anyway,
ever.
but like no,
Since Joanna Man, nigga.
but
Yeah, apparently this shit's not illegal.
but with
I thought they couldn't do the shit.
because just nobody was doing it.
It was illegal at one point. But for why, though?
Did you
Nigga seen Joanna Man and was like, let him dunk.
did you stream it legally?
Which one? Space Jam.
Space Jam.
I
Watched it on
did.
HBO Max.
Yeah, I watched it on HBO Max. I
didn't
went
know
to
it was
watch it illegally, but I wanted to cast it to the TV so like my pops and my little brother and my little sister and all of them could watch it too.
Well,
so I had to do it
the
through
program
HBO
that
Max.
Scott hit me to Cinema doesn't have a stream out right now, so I can't.
What show was that?
These niggas don't know the good website.
Which show was
Hit me
that?
up if you need some
The
bootleg shit. I got you
the
covered.
Space
Don't
Jam.
hit me
They
up
don't
on
have a- they don't
Facebook
have a
talking about
stream
Turtle. I heard
on
you say you
Wow.
got the bootleg shit.
That's wild.
Hmm?
But
What?
yeah, just get it shut down, Turtle. It's fine. Federal fucking investigation. Whatever. No, but now Space Jam, like that's what I was thinking the whole time. Like I'm like, this is just gonna be stupid. It's gonna be terrible. But then finally, I sat down, I thought about it, and I was like, trying to think of it as from the perspective of like if I'm sitting here doing something and I'm putting on a movie to shut my kid up, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's got all the pretty colors, flashing lights. It's got Tweety Bird. It's got Bugs Bunny. It's got Sylvester and fucking Daffy Duck running around being an asshole. Like,
Of course, they don't got Yosemite Sam.
They did.
Oh, they did? Did he have his gun? He had him.
oh yeah,
Thank God.
shoot the ball. Not like that.
They gave him back. That's sweet.
They still didn't let what's her name, Lola, look like a little whore, which I was very upset about.
Yeah.
They didn't let her be a whore, and
Let it be thick.
and the rapist is gone.
Ick.
There was no talk of Pepe
Le
Le
Pew.
Pew.
I thought I seen him.
Ooh, the ball.
Oh, did you?
I thought I might have.
Who gonna kiss the ball, son?
Right, that's what I'm saying. I need my son to that bitch in there.
But yeah, man, it was a good kids movie.
Only nigga to kiss balls and we not think it's gay.
Right.
It's crazy.
Man, I went to Sonic today and I ordered a. I went to Sonic today and I ordered a foot-long coney. Like, this shit is gay.
Oh yeah, I eat mine with a fork.
Nah.
I eat mine with a, I can't.
It's only gay if you take the weenie out the buns.
You need the glizzy, you can take mine. I'm sorry, what, Larry?
It's only gay if you take the weenie out the buns.
Nah,
before you eat
nigga.
it.
Nah, nigga. Nah, even if
Like
you
a
eat the
fucking
weenie
sword
with the
flower.
buns, now you in a threesome. Now you eating ass and sucking dick at the same time.
You're right. Fuck.
The game's a game, baby.
Never look at that shit again.
Speaking of which, Lil
What have we
Nas,
become?
Lil Nas X dropped another video.
Oh, he did that thing
Did
again.
he suck a dick?
He did that thing again.
Did he suck a dick? Because I hope he did.
Nah, he didn't.
Fuck.
He didn't suck a dick.
So
he did not.
I didn't get to watch it yet.
He did do like
Was it a good song?
It was. It was hard. Jack Harlow followed up on the feature.
Fucking A.
He had the last verse on the track, which I thought from the video I was like, "Yo, Jack, how you gonna work yourself in this one?"
Right.
I don't know how they gonna do it.
It's gonna be gay.
Because one of the first dance choreographed scenes is every man in the video completely ass naked
Oh boy.
doing a choreography scene. And you can tell it's real naked because all of their parts and bits is blurred out.
Awesome.
Yeah. And Lil Nas is like throwing the dick and shit, and it was a little much. I was like,
Songs-
bro, your ass naked. Like, one of them niggas slide up on you. I know it's not weird for you, but I'm gonna have to skip ahead in the video.
Song kind of tight. Song tight though, right?
Oh yeah, the song was hype.
All right.
But when it got to Jack Harlow's part, it was like he was in solitary confinement with like a stripper bitch.
I bet
And
the fuck he
Like,
was.
they like broke him out of solitary confinement.
Naked.
Hold on.
No,
naked
he
dude?
was.
Oh,
Jack Harlow was fully dressed.
like, come to us.
Fully dressed by then.
Close that fucking door,
Fully
man.
dressed by then. But it was a good track overall though. Yeah. It was kind of like a response track to the people like trying to shit on him for the "Call Me by My Name."
Oh, get the fuck out
Yeah.
of here.
It was a good. I mean, hey, honestly, I appreciate his creative braveness. You know what I'm saying? As being an
Hey,
openly
stay
gay
in the moment.
rapper.
Stop reading the topics. Stay
As
in the
being an
moment.
openly gay
looking at
rapper
the
and
first
you know what I'm
one.
saying, I can't say milking it like he does, but just truly being himself. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think,
Like,
yeah.
He's definitely milking it and getting this shit off right now because he's not dropping. He doesn't seem like he's dropping a track without a video right now. So
absolutely.
he's definitely.
He wants you to see that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, he gonna
Yeah.
throw it in your face.
And he see
absolutely.
how much people are paying attention to it and like criticizing it, but still getting the views
Gravitating
off
into
of
it,
it.
yep.
Yeah, he's
Still-
getting his shit off.
You're still paying him, man.
He's having the 6ix9ine effect without being a troll.
Yeah.
He's just being himself.
But I
And
feel
people are
like-
like, ah!
But that's the thing.
You're gay. I'm gonna pay you.
I also think.
My favorite response
Yo,
from
bro,
him
go,
is,
yo, fuck that, man. We need to go move this couch.
nah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So my favorite response from him is that fucking, I'm gay, guys. What do you expect? Balls in my face.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yeah, facts. The nigga has not denied that he's gay.
But that's the difference. Do I want to watch him have sex?
No.
But do you,
Do you, bro?
I don't
You know
give
what I'm
a
saying?
fuck.
I
Like-
seen the video. I appreciate the artwork, and I'm moving on. I'm not gonna go back and diddle myself to it later.
No.
Though some people might, because there was a lot of naked niggas in that video.
That's what makes it weird.
Nigga said he was on set throwing the dick.
No, I hate this shit because
that
I had to give somebody a ride the other day. So I'm driving. We're heading across I-10, and like out of nowhere, something. It was "Call Me by Your Name." I had it on my one of my playlists, and like I'm sitting there, we're listening to it or whatever. And dude looks over at me, and goes, "Oh, so you like Lil Nas X, huh?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I like Lil Nas
Right.
X." And he was like, "Yeah, but do you like Lil Nas X or do you like Lil Nas?" I'm like, "You only asking me that question because he's gay."
Gay, right?
Like, why?
Right. Would
If
you
I
ask
had
me if
Gates
I
on-
like Lil Wayne or do I like Lil Wayne?
Right.
Like,
why you gotta ask me this shit when it comes to Lil Nas X, man? Leave
now
that
you,
alone.
now you the gay dude.
Now I hope he sucks a dick on stage. I still hope it. You all right, Joe?
Yeah, I'm just.
You picturing Lil Nas X sucking dick on stage? God damn it!
He in another world. Like, that should be fun.
Just mid performance, like shout out Beyonce. Oh,
I'd watch that video 1,000 times. I swear to God, just for like the random reaction from it.
Like the next time Lil Nas X performs at any award show, we either have to do it ourselves or mesh whenever he does something wild with like when Joe Rogan sees somebody get knocked out. That shit would be fucking crazy. Oh man! All right, so apparently the Olympics are going on right now.
Better boo the fuck out of us.
I don't.
we got our first gold medal.
We got 4 now.
Oh, word? Damn, when the other 3 came. I know the first one was in the 400 meter swim. Some chase somebody.
I don't watch the Olympics.
Yeah, I
Didn't
don't
the
either,
basketball
but
team lose?
Our
Bad
basketball
to
team
France.
has
Yeah,
been getting
but like-
trashed.
They was-
Nigga.
That's our first loss, period, in the Olympics since 2004.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, I don't
All
know.
these niggas watered down.
I don't know if this.
I mean, well,
contributes-
that's not really saying anything, seeing as the Olympics happens every 8 years.
well 4
4
years.
years.
Well, the certain ones.
And they
8
have
years.
FIBA every 2 years, I believe.
That's what I'm saying.
Which
Like,
one's
so
every
the
8
winner,
years?
every 8 years. So if you have winter, 8 years later, there's gonna have another winter sports.
No.
Because in the next 4 years, that's when they're gonna do the summer sports. They do the winter sports and then they do the summer sports. Winter sports, summer sports.
I think they do the
sports.
winter sports every 2 years and then the summer sports every 4 years.
I don't know shit about shit. All right, so
pretty sure
it's 4 and
apparently, I don't know if this contributed to our 4 gold medals or not, but we're gonna have to look at some statistics after the Olympics are over. But apparently, this year they y'all 2 motherfuckers gonna Google. Apparently, they stopped, or this year they did not give all the athletes a lifetime supply of condoms.
Once every 4 years. See, I told you, goddamn. No, it
That's
wasn't
what I just
bullshit.
said.
That was a
Wait,
thing.
what the fuck did you just say, Turtle?
Once every 4 years.
Yeah,
what
the
I just
Olympics.
said.
That's what we just said.
But I typed in the Winter Olympics and then do the Summer Olympics.
Wait,
It's
so
another
that is
4
how it
years.
happened.
Yeah, 4.
Oh, okay.
That's what I just fucking said.
Anyway, so apparently they didn't give
They
all the
rage.
athletes. Number one, they did not give all the athletes a lot of condoms.
No.
Because apparently since the 80s, the
Niggas be
Olympics,
going out there. Fuck it.
it has been a hotbed for fucking.
All them athletes in one place, you know, bitches out there throwing ass.
Ridiculous amount of one-night stands. So apparently since the 80s, they've been giving them all the condoms they would need for the entire Olympic Games.
Not this year.
Not this year. And then also they're making them sleep on cardboard beds
Yep.
What?
that cannot hold the weight of more than 1.5 persons. So that way,
Act like they won't fuck on the floor.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I
Bitch,
said.
I will break the fuck out this bed
Well,
trying
apparently-
to break this bitch's back.
I'm not gonna tell her it's a cardboard bed. I'm gonna make her
Absolutely.
think I'm the Incredible Hulk. You hear what the fuck I'm saying?
about to bust this bitch
Put this
down.
bitch to work.
Oh baby, I'm horny. You're not gonna like me when I'm horny. Next thing you know, I break the fucking bed in half. My roommate, he ain't home yet, but there's another bed over there.
about
Sorry,
to
babe, we
break
broke
that
the
bitch,
bed.
too.
Guess what? I'm gonna throw you on this bitch too. Clack, clang. Sorry, babe. It's just what I do.
You goddamn right.
So apparently they made cardboard beds for them to sleep on because because they said, all right, we're not going to give them condoms because of the COVID, everything that's going on right now. We don't want any one night stands, so we're not going to give them the condoms. But if any of them are brave enough to go have sex without, like, just raw dog it, we're going to make a cardboard bed that can only support 1.5 people. So that way the bed will collapse and you'll have nowhere to sleep.
That's why our gymnasts are messing up this year because they're breaking their damn backs in these
Yeah,
hotels.
yeah.
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 Oh.
Yeah. That's fucked up. I don't understand. Like, that's another thing that does aggravate the shit out of me is, all right, aren't they also, like, all the Olympians getting put in a bubble, per se?
Not this year, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure.
Because
Not yet.
most of them are vaccinated.
I think I saw 70% are
One
vaccinated.
U.S. swimmer is not vaccinated. He's getting a whole lot of flack because they we got to swim in the same pool. I don't know.
I get it.
You afraid my sweat gonna get
But
you
Simone,
COVID?
you see what they did to Simone Biles, right? The
Nah.
gymnast? Dude, so they basically told her, you're too good even for Olympic competition. So when we grade your performance, we're lowering how high we can grade you so that everybody else has a chance
Yeah,
to
I heard.
basically compete. But
yeah.
that's dude.
No.
It's the Olympics,
Right.
You know what that,
That just
reminds me
means
of?
give me my fucking
You know what that
medals.
reminds me of? That was a long time ago.
Get better.
Back when I was in grade school, we used to play Foursquare. Y'all remember Foursquare?
Yeah.
Oh,
I got to
absolutely.
throw the ball in your square, and if it bounces out of your square before you can catch it, you're out. You got to
Right.
go. Back of the line, bitch. I remember one day being older, walking past a group of kids on the playground. And this was like before a little like Future and what's his name, Young Thug ruined rap music. It was like me walking past a little girl and her friends playing Foursquare, and I remember somebody hit the ball, it bounced in her square, and then it bounced out. And she walked up and said, and they're like, no, you're out. And she was like, and they were like, no, you're out. That's the rules. And she went, there was no way I could have got the ball. Therefore, I am not out because that's a rule. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's the point of the fucking game.
Right.
Is that I just hit it to where you couldn't get it, and now you're out.
Right.
And that sounds like what the Olympics are doing right now.
It is.
Which is, hey, I'm doing things that other people can't do, which makes me better than everyone.
Right.
And now you're going to penalize me for that, for being better than everyone.
There's a lot of people saying, well, where the fuck was that talk at with Michael Phelps?
Yep.
He's swimming circles around motherfuckers.
Right. You seen that nigga's feet? It's just like flippers.
Seen his fucking ears? That helped.
He smoked a lot
Nah, they
of
wear a
weed,
cap.
too. So
Got some big ass ears, though. I feel like them bitches were
Are
breaking out the
Usain
seams.
Bolt dusting niggas?
And
Right.
Usain Bolt didn't even wear shoes. Yeah, he did. I don't know why I
I was
said
about
that.
to say, I'm pretty sure.
I'm just
Pretty sure it's
I
a
say that-
requirement.
I say that. I say
Was
that.
that one? Was that one?
I'm just saying that
I
to
didn't
say,
say
like, how
shit.
you gonna break that girl's spirits like that? She worked. You know how hard gymnasts work.
First of all, you
Fucking
ain't gonna
right.
break Simone's Biles' spirit.
They got pictures of her. Like when they told her and broke the news to her, she started crying.
Man.
There's no higher prestige lobby for me to be in. Why?
And
why?
she's still what the fuck you? She's still the only woman's gymnast right now that's medaling. She brought us to second place.
Well, because you got to stop acting like that these fucking athletes aren't the best thing to happen to us and then penalize them for being the best thing to happen to us. Like, I want to know what country it was that saw what we were doing.
She got a pee-pee.
Turtle almost died.
From a baby gate.
So, yeah, I just don't understand how we can have the best of the best of the best, sir. And then be like, all right, well, you're too much. That was too many bests. We only need 2 bests, not 3.
Yeah,
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So like, what am I supposed to do? Like,
Hold yourself back.
dumb yourself down.
nah, son. Like, I don't know how to do that.
That's what they expect her to do. And look, she's been having her worst performance since she's joined the Olympics. This time, she did a back handspring.
Stop acting like you know names.
stuff,
Stop it.
And you're supposed to land it and bounce one time and like land it flat. She went off of the mat, like went backwards off the mat, came back on. She fell on the. She fell on the.
Put your lips on the mic.
She fell on a bar
Like,
or whatever. So
Act like you do a show.
I do. But my mic picks this shit up.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I used to do that same shit. Like, just talk back here. I used to do the same shit because it should pick up back here, but
Nah, not the mics that y'all are on. All right, so Amelia Clark is going to take over Amber Heard in Aquaman 2.
for those of you who don't know, it was the bitch in Game of Thrones.
No, people know.
Ooh, Khaleesi.
Because now all we're thinking about is there going to be a sex scene in Aquaman?
Well,
You know that hoe don't like to be
she's
naked.
already banged
She don't
him.
like to be naked no more.
No.
But she's already banged him, so why not?
Banged who? Oh, wow.
Aquaman, yeah.
I didn't even make the connection. That's fucking awesome. Pathetic, right? Like, I don't watch the show.
I mean, it's happened already.
Yeah, true.
You've been on screen getting pounded down by this dude. You might as
In the
well.
worst way.
Oh, yeah.
In the worst way. Hey, you back?
Yep. It's like a puzzle.
Trying to get back in the new room because I got kicked out the nerd room because Nicole decided to make the nerd room the nursery. Even though I feel like we could have a baby sleep right next to the front door.
It'll be all right.
I feel like it'd be okay. I feel like there wouldn't be
If
any.
anything, it's like a perfect alarm. You know,
You know what I'm
somebody
saying?
walks in.
Yeah, just put a shotgun in the crib with it. In case somebody breaks in, you know?
As soon as the door opens, boom! See, shouldn't have opened it.
Pesky Wabbit.
So how do you feel about that? Amelia Clark taking over.
Oh, and Aquaman 2?
Yeah.
Tell Amber Heard go sit her stupid ass down somewhere and don't ever get up again.
I haven't seen Aquaman 1, come to think about it.
It was okay.
I'm honestly surprised they got rid of Amber Heard though. She
I
was
was.
winning.
Me too.
Bro, she was winning.
I was.
She was winning.
I was surprised.
At what aspect?
In like
Oh
court and
yeah,
all that.
Johnny
Like,
Depp
she
was getting
winning, bro.
fucked.
Johnny Depp's career
Well,
is
and
over.
I'm about to say like because
His career is over.
Not
because
yet.
like to the people she was fucking losing.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's what I was about to say. Johnny Depp is winning to the people.
Yeah.
So for now,
the
like,
courts ain't gonna pay to go see your movie. The people is.
Yeah.
Drop her ass.
Right, but a lot of people wasn't
Like a
working
bad
with
that
habit.
is true. That is true. That's the problem. Is that a lot of places are still nervous to work with him because they think that they're going to get labeled like supporting women beaters if they hire Johnny Depp. So all we got to wait for is this shit to
Straight up.
brush
Hey,
over.
look, if that bitch go to cut off my finger, I'm beating that bitch too.
Shit,
Like
man.
a drum.
Catch one.
Like a drum. Bitch.
It's gonna sound like the 20th Century Fox intro. Dum, 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 dum.
Facts.
Skull dragging her ass across the floor.
You shit in my bed, bitch. You shit in my bed.
That still gets me.
I'm gonna treat you like a puppy. I'm gonna put your face in. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Facts. With my slipper. I ain't even gonna use my fist.
Right.
Just like a dog.
Hit you in the same spot over and over.
Well, one of my autographs got displaced. Okay, we'll figure out where
It's on the
that's going.
fucking table. We were saying,
Yeah.
I didn't put it down. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, while we staying on the nerd shit, how did y'all feel about the ending of Loki?
switch to turtle.
Ooh,
He who remains.
he who remains, motherfucker.
Yeah. Did y'all watch the variant video I sent y'all?
I did not watch the variant video.
It basically just broke down like how he's like the variant nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like all of his variants is way colder than anybody else's variants in the fucking world. As for those who didn't know, you know, spoiler alert, skip forward. He who remains is basically the
Kang the
I
Conqueror.
guess what you would call the current universe's variant of Kang the Conqueror. That's why he was one of the ones who was able to escape the multiverse war, escape the timeline, and all of that. Go into they don't explain where he's at, but basically it's just limbo. It's
Right. Undeveloped time.
yeah, that's basically what they call.
Well,
it
no,
in
he's at the
comics.
end of time.
Yeah, limbo.
Yeah.
And limbo is the end of time.
Right.
So it basically just
Guy Larry?
he was the refugee. He was
Okay.
the refugee, if you will.
Wait, first of all, neither one of y'all watched it?
I did. Just Turtle has a better explanation.
You did watch it.
I did.
Yeah.
You
I
finished it.
haven't
Yeah.
seen an episode of Loki.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I did.
You know
Just-
what? We'll get to that right after he's done this explanation.
Yeah.
No, not in a bad way. You'll understand.
Yeah, but it's basically, you know, he was the refugee who ended up honing his power that he earned in the multiverse war to control the timeline to prevent Kang the Conqueror. There's like 4 or 5 others that
Right.
should not be fucked with, but
Yeah,
Kang
yeah.
the Conqueror is like the top one, just because he's like Thanos level strong times 100,
Right.
and he can manipulate time and space.
Okay.
Like, what do you do with that?
Right.
All right. Well, before
You go to fade this nigga up, he just zip back 5 seconds like,
Yeah.
nope.
You thought so. All right. So wait, you're mic number 2, right?
Yes.
Okay. Put your hand up to your side of your eye so you cannot see Turtle. You watched all 6 episodes, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Was that show one of the weakest shows that they've put out yet?
I want to ask you, what do you mean? Like,
I feel like Loki might have been regs.
might have been what?
Regular.
Like, not so Loki-ish?
No, not so awesome.
Loki-ish.
I'm going to turn it back up real quick.
I think you're an idiot.
Oh, here we go. Put it back. I'm going to put it back.
Because, I mean,
Without this show, we don't get phase 4.
Wait, no,
we
say
don't
that
get
all again? Say that all again?
We don't get phase 4
No, I
without
will
this
say
show.
that. I will say that. It
Like
was,
at all.
To me, it was a good bridge. Like,
Yeah.
I like everything that it did introduce.
Yeah.
I got to say, though, like, there were episodes that I'm like, looking at my watch, like, all right. Like,
but see, I didn't do that with the show. Like, I was
At
interested.
all, yeah.
Like, there was
every episode kept me interested.
Like
No,
if I didn't have Turtle there to like explain a lot of the shit that was going on, like
Right.
I would have been lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't know like about like the variants. I wouldn't know about Kang the Conqueror. Like I didn't know any. I didn't read the comic books on it and shit like that. I didn't know about
Me either.
all that shit. So I would have been lost, but it's definitely a good bridge of what
Well,
they're going into.
I'm also in a place where it's like I feel like now I don't know how much Marvel is keeping up with the comic books parallel wise. Like, would you say it's pretty?
It's on the money.
It's on the money.
The only thing they change is how the timeline moves along.
Okay.
But the timeline is bar none perfect. Perfect. Like down to the when they first came out with Infinity Wars, I was like, they can't do this all in one movie. And the way that they ended it, I was like, that's what the fuck I wanted. That's exactly what the fuck I wanted.
Which
and then
was?
when how they ended it with Thanos snapping, and then that's it. Cut it. Because that's how the comic book ended.
Infinity War.
Infinity War,
Okay.
exactly.
Thought you
Because
said
Infinity
Endgame,
War is
sorry.
split Infinity War. There is no Endgame. That's why they changed it to Endgame for theatrical
Right.
reasons. Because in the comic books, it's Infinity War Part 1, Infinity War Part 2.
Right.
And in Part 1, Captain America and Iron Man both die. Thanos kills Captain America, the Falcon. He kills Iron Man. He kills Wanda instead of Vision. Because they figure out how to like remove the stone from Vision's head and give him like his own shit. Like before the Wanda, that's the only thing that like the side stories. That's the only thing that they really manipulated is just to help their theatrical flow.
Right.
But as far as like the timeline itself, it's perfect. Perfect.
Okay. Well,
Because when you get rid of the biggest big bad that you've seen thus far, it's like, all right, so what do? We got all of these
Now we
superheroes
have
now.
to
What the
fight
fuck are they supposed to
God.
do? Exactly. Exactly. Nah, no bullshit. Because
It's
this
true.
is gonna lead. This is gonna lead up to ended up bringing in Doctor Doom.
okay, so real quick to interject, do you see this ending with another Infinity War Endgame type scenario?
Absolutely.
Where
Yeah.
now we're going to have, like, 10 years from now, we're going to have a whole new set of heroes, and we're going to have another Part 1, Part 2 with a big fight against Kang the Conqueror?
Absolutely.
You think so?
It might not even like if they introduce Doctor Doom right, he might be able to get to the level of killing Kang before they can even before the Avengers came.
I'm curious
because
only
Kang is gonna kill a lot of the motherfuckers y'all like.
Well, that's the
and
thing.
y'all not gonna like it.
Of course.
Well, Iron Man's dead, so I don't give a fuck.
Facts. But that's kind of like why I guess to you when you watch something like Loki and then you are watching Loki with somebody like him, it makes it a little easier because I never got that deep into Marvel comics. Like
Right.
I was a Batman head, obviously, so like I would read Batman comics in depth. Like we can go, when I watch The Dark Knight Rises, I see where they're pulling from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like
Same here.
Marvel, I can't. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So that's why while I'm watching Loki, granted, don't take me saying that it was regular as it was bad. Like it was it's Marvel. It was a great fucking show.
Didn't set itself apart.
To me, it drug on. It got, but then you're saying, from what you're telling me, it was a great bridge. A great show also, but also a great bridge. And then I have a feeling 2 years from now, 3 years from now, when now the multiverse of madness has now exploded, I'll have a very different respect for Loki.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I'm
And
saying? But now
that's the same
since I
thing
don't
with-
see what's coming, I don't.
That's the same thing with Iron Man. Like the very first Iron Man movie, like I liked the first Iron Man movie, but I didn't give a fuck like whether it made sense with the second one or the third one or any of the other Marvel movies that were coming out until they explained what was going on. And I was like, oh, y'all trying to bring something together.
Right.
Let me go
right.
back and watch this shit again, and
Yeah.
then you get a little bit more respect for it. I just know that this is a very small piece in something bigger that they working
Season
on.
1 of Game of
You know what I'm
Thrones.
saying? And I can appreciate it. Yeah.
I hated the first season of Game of Thrones for a while. Now it's my favorite season.
Yeah,
Right.
Because now I have
it's
a
the-
whole new respect for
It's
it.
the explanation.
Yep.
Yeah, so. Yeah, man. I'm definitely curious. What comes next? Because I know Black Widow was... did y'all get to watch it?
I actually got to watch that.
Yeah,
And
what was your opinion?
I think that I agree with you saying on how they strayed from the trailer looking like it was going to be an origin story. And
Yeah.
it's more or less a Black Widow just movie. You know, and those moments when you're like, spoiler, this bitch is jumping out of a plane without a fucking parachute. Gave a parachute to a sister and jumps off the fucking sister who's holding the parachute. How you gonna land now, bitch? You gonna fucking die. Nope, you're not because you die in another movie.
You're in another movie. Like,
Figure this out for me. That's about the only thing that I could say that. But other than that, like it was a Marvel movie. It was good. It was a good movie. Yeah.
It's just like I said. Out of all the movies I'm gonna watch, that's gonna be the last one that I'll rewatch if there were a time that I start rewatching Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Like
I like how they explained like how she got the blonde hair and the vest. You know what I'm saying?
I liked what's his name, Red Guardian.
Yep.
Loved him.
Oh yeah.
Loved
Alexi.
him.
Yep. Yeah.
That man needs his own movie.
My nigga swore that him and the Captain Americas was arch nemesis. He's been in prison since the day that Captain America's gone into the ice and come out.
Has he ever mentioned me? Who? Captain America. No, he actually has no idea who you are.
Been locked down way too long.
Bullshit. He knows Red Guardian.
It's like me hating on Drake. You don't even know who I am. Can't stand that nigga.
But yeah, man. So we got Black Widow, and then what's coming next?
Shang-Chi, baby.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah. Let me break down to y'all. All right, so I was slipper slacking on my pimping. Shout out to my comic boy homeboys at over at Guitar Center. We was all chopping it up. So y'all remember Iron Man 3?
Of course.
Y'all remember the threat in Iron Man 3 was the fake Mandarin?
The Mandarin, yes.
That's the Shang-Chi's dad, is the Mandarin.
Yes,
the real Mandarin.
Yes. Okay, I know that much.
The 10 Rings was the people who kidnapped Iron Man in the very first Iron Man, and that's who is the order that Shang-Chi's dad, the Mandarin, runs. So the whole time, Iron Man, that's why Iron Man 3 was so, I guess you can say, iconic as far as his wrap-up, because he finally got to go at who he thought was the nigga that's been ruining his life since since he became Iron Man. They was the motherfuckers that blew him up, caused him to have to put the shit in his chest, kidnapped him, caused him to build the first Iron Man suit. So they're kind of like, that was like them bringing it full circle. And I never paid attention to that shit until I went back and read up on Shang-Chi more. Because Shang-Chi was like one of those side comics that he joins other people's shit, but he's not really somebody you really noticed unless, like, he was more big in the Asian culture in Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was one of the big heroes out there. He never really crossed over into America a lot.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, and then from there...
So we're gonna that's another big bad that we're getting introduced to.
And we have the Eternals.
Yeah, the Eternals. Yeah, that's...
Give me a 5th grade synopsis of the Eternals. Because I just saw Angelina Jolie and I didn't hear shit else.
Remember in the trailer when they said, we never felt a reason to step in until now?
Yeah.
Kang the Conqueror being created was the until now.
So, okay, so you watching Loki, that trailer made more sense to you.
Oh yeah. As soon as Homegirl drove the sword into Homeboy's heart at the end of fucking Loki, I was like, oh yeah, this is a nerd boner right here. I know exactly what's coming after this.
But then he popped. All right, so spoiler alert.
And that whole time,
sorry, dude, it's been a couple weeks, bro.
Listen, I am just starting to venture into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We like
go to Disney Plus, bro.
I've never. Yeah, no, I am. We're sitting down and catching.
What?
Yeah.
What wait, you're just starting to watch the Marvel movies?
Bro, I've never been a comic fan or a Marvel fan. I've never.
Right. I got you.
Like, I didn't read the comics, but like Batman's, I watched all of those.
I get it. So like, you've never seen Iron Man?
No, I've seen Iron Man.
You never seen Thor?
I quit watching Thor halfway through.
You never saw Endgame?
Nope. Haven't made it that far yet.
See, the reason I hate people like you. No, we're gonna go here. And I think I might have told this story once before on the pod, but here's one of the reasons that we gotta talk. What's wrong?
No, I'm like upset.
Okay.
I stopped. I stopped watching because I realized I was fucking up the order. Like, and I wanted to watch them in order.
Okay. I get
so like, I
nigga was watching Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3.
Like it was
Thor
like
1, Thor 2,
Iron
Thor
Man
3.
1, Iron Man 1, Thor, Captain America's fucking tangent, and like it was never in order.
Right.
I wanted to go back and watch everything the way it was supposed to be watched because I'm not a comic head. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
So you want to watch it in chronological order?
Yeah.
That's what I did.
That's not a bad idea.
Really the reason why I'm doing it.
The only reason I thought that was a bad idea was because my mom, she started the MCU finally, and but she started in chronological order. So like she started with I think she said Captain America. I don't remember how she started. I just remember
it's Captain America, then it's
Iron Man, I believe.
Then
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, yeah, then Iron Man.
Yeah, my mom called me, or she texted me rather, and she was like, I just finished Captain Marvel. And she's like, I'm moving on, blah, blah. And I was just like, and in my mind, I was like, good. Like, at least she's watching it. But then I thought about it, and I was like, motherfucker, we had to watch for 10 years before we found out what happened to his eye.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now she watched it the second fucking movie.
Yeah.
Mother flirking.
But see, like,
Mother flirting.
but see, like I was watching the Marvel movies too, but like I went back and did it like in order like that because I needed the shit to make more sense to me.
Right.
Right.
Like I had saw Endgame and all that shit, but like I was like, I need this to make more
I
sense
get
to
the
me.
not knowing though from like a diehard MCU fan that's looking into it and was like, man, what happened? And then 10 years later, you're like, oh, yeah, I get it, but shit, I ain't trying to spend that much time.
No, like I said, I think I told the story before, but there was one of my favorite shows of all time is Sons of Anarchy. And yeah, it's one of the greatest shows ever put on television.
Yeah, arguably.
Well, one of my to make it even better, one of my friends that passed away, he put me on the show. He got out of rehab, and he watched. I think it was half the first season, or maybe the whole first season, while he was in rehab. And when he got out, that's when he told me about it. And he was like, "Yo, like, I'm fresh out. Come hang out at the house. We'll watch it together. This and that." And that's how I got on the show. And then it just turned out to be fucking amazing. Yeah. So, get all the way to the 7th season. I watch every year. And then finally one day, it's the last season, last couple of episodes. I'm sitting in the house watching it. And a major character in the last 3 episodes gets murdered out of nowhere. From episode 1, he's been here.
That messed me up.
And then the last 3 episodes, he gets killed for seemingly no fucking reason. And I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm fucking biting my lip, and I'm digging my fucking nails into it, and I'm like, you motherfucker. And then I hear, and I'm like, and I look, and my mom's sitting next to me, and she is crying because so-and-so, I really don't want to ruin it, but like so-and-so just died. And I looked at her, I looked at the TV, and then I was like, risk it all. And I turned around and looked at my mom and I said, you don't get to cry. And she looks at me and goes, what? And I said, I've been watching this show for 7 fucking years. You've been watching for 2 weeks. You don't even know him. Why do you get to cry?
I've known this man for years.
I get to cry. You don't get to fucking cry.
I was at his kid's birthday party.
Bro,
His
I
bar mitzvah.
started watching Sons of Anarchy in his old garage.
Yeah.
That's
Can't
literally
go
what I
wrong,
started
man.
watching.
It's one of the. I literally have it on DVD just
It's
in case
amazing,
I ever
bro.
can't find it. I
I'm
can
telling
watch it.
I got so many people started on shows in that damn garage.
Bro,
But man, I tell you what,
in there,
hey,
pilt.
I saw an article today. Me and Nicole are always having conversations about how we could strengthen our love. And I saw an article today that said, scientifically, you are not in an actual relationship until y'all binge watch The Sopranos.
I
Wow.
am fucked then.
You better get on it.
Yeah, I'm not binge
You
watching.
never watched The Sopranos?
I've watched The Sopranos.
I've
I'm
seen
just
it.
not
You never
interested in
I've
binge
seen-
watching it.
No,
again.
I've seen it. I'm just not.
Shut the fuck up.
It ain't that good.
Yeah,
What?
I'm not
I'm not
interested
binge- I'm
in
not
binge
binge
watching
watching.
again. Yeah.
No.
I've
didn't
seen
like
this.
it?
I seen The Sopranos when The Sopranos was out on TV.
You didn't
my
like
nigga.
it?
Yeah.
No, I love The Sopranos.
Oh, okay. All
It's
right.
just not one that I want to binge
Yeah,
watch
I'm
again.
not-
It's definitely
I'm
in my top 5.
I am not going back and
Not-
watching
I-
that shit.
I-
Really?
It made me fall off. I couldn't latch to it.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. It's just one of those shows that I watched as a kid because I seen the first couple seasons, and then I was like, "Well, yeah, I guess I'll keep going," And then when it ended, I was like, "No fucking way."
Oh yeah, that's
That was good,
one of
And then I was like, "All right, moving on with my
one
life."
of the worst endings. One of the worst endings of all time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it wasn't bad to me. It's just I couldn't like latch to it. Like if somebody walked in the room, it wasn't one of those shows I pause like I do so often.
Right.
It wasn't one of those to me. I mean, maybe if I get out
Did you
of the
like
first
The
season,
Wire more than that?
absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
I can say I
Absolutely.
liked Oz more than I liked Sopranos and The Wire.
That's what to me.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely say The Wire and Oz are like right here, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely liked Oz more. Prison shows blow my mind, like real life prison shows, TV prison
How
shows.
did Adam
I just
BC
gotta
keep
know.
that thing on his head?
You know what I'm
How
saying?
did you do it?
You know what I'm saying?
You ever watched Oz?
I have.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it is. But like he said, that and The Wire is kind of.
You like The Wire?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as the
I haven't
last
saw the Oz.
as soon as the last episode ended, I brought Nicole back into the nerd room and I pointed to that autograph and I said, "Now tell me I wasted my money." And she went
The issue of my household.
Omar, nigga.
second to last.
Yeah, second to last. The issue of my household is like we can't binge watch something that has more than like 3 seasons because after that we get sidetracked as hell. And if it ain't me that's getting sidetracked, it's Kayla getting sidetracked.
We are forcing ourselves to finish Shameless.
Bro,
Why are you forcing yourself to finish Shameless?
Just because, like he said, we just get sidetracked
Oh,
and like we
bro,
get
what?
off of shit.
She quit
Like
watching,
had we done the show last Sunday, we wouldn't have finished Loki. That was actually something else we got to do while we were putting shit together.
Wow.
Yeah, we was on a Grey's Anatomy kick because she works in a hospital. She just got me into it. She quit watching it like season 6. I quit at like 13.
There's 17
17.
17
Stupid.
seasons of
About
that
to be
shit.
about to be 18 in September.
When your boy died, I quit.
That could be anybody.
Dr. McDreamy.
Babe, tell them about Grey's Anatomy, babe. Nothing.
Oh, McDreamy?
Yeah, I got
McDreamy?
Son,
I heard about McDreamy.
could have let that man
I
live.
never watched that show, not one episode.
Yeah, not I. I mean, I technically have watched episodes,
I'll watch
but not.
House.
I've watched episodes because other people were watching episodes.
Yeah, I'll watch House. I can't watch Grey's
I've
Anatomy.
been on
Yeah.
Station 19.
House and The Good Doctor are my hospital shows.
I never watched The Good Doctor, but what made me laugh is apparently
It's basically House without him taking drugs.
yeah, but House is just
And he has
autistic in this
autism.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
Autism.
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 He has autism.
Yeah, apparently it's House with autism.
House is just he's a G.
All right, well we got to move on. Okay, so, but yeah, man,
I'll move on you, son.
You should. My top. I gotta say though, my top 5 of all time. You got Game of Thrones, you got The Sopranos, you got The Wire, Breaking Bad, and Sons of Anarchy. Top 5 of all time.
I watch too many shows.
I do too.
I watched a lot.
I've said it.
You do need to watch Oz though.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
What's also cool about Oz is when you watch that, you're literally watching the inception of some HBO characters that you love started off on Oz.
Yep.
Like
A
some
lot
of
of
the
them.
actors, that's
A
how they
lot
got their
of them.
start, was on Oz.
That's a series you won't regret watching all the way.
Yeah. The ending kind of sucked,
It
but
did, but-
it was still a great fucking show.
Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy is in my top 5.
Has to be.
Oh, absolutely.
Not mine.
Really?
Yeah. I like it, but not that much.
We'll be an example of what's in your top 5 greatest shows of all time. You ain't got to list all 5 because we'll be here all fucking day while you think about it.
Yeah, you will.
But like, what would be one that's definitely for sure in your top 5? Because you've already written out
Something
The
I
Sopranos.
like mind drawing shit. I like shit that you can get lost out of reality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So like a Lost.
No, like lost out of reality.
No,
Lost
so-
can happen in real life. I'm talking about shit that can happen in real life.
Lost cannot happen in real life.
Because lost can absolutely happen in real life, except for after season 4.
When they go back to the island,
When time travel.
Time travel.
Like the fuck?
They're on a tropical island, and what are they shooting at? A polar bear. Anyway.
Right.
But anyway.
But yeah, shit like that. I mean, I can't really think of like one off the cuff. Like, I watch too many shows. I'll
Gotham?
be here forever. No.
No.
Fucking Criminal Minds, bro.
I never watched it.
I fuck with Criminal
Vampire
Minds.
Diaries or the original's pretty hype.
If you don't get the fuck out of here.
The original.
I throw originals in my top 5.
Yeah.
I don't like
seen
it.
it.
See,
The
I
original's
would
hard.
prefer Vampire Diaries.
I like Vampire Diaries just because it's got more seasons, but the originals, I made sure I stayed in tune to that nonstop.
Yeah.
All right, so the baby.
The baby.
Baby, the baby, the baby, the baby.
Baby, don't give a fuck.
I'm bringing this up only because I have seen both sides of the fence, and we didn't get to talk about this, obviously, last week when it happened.
Boy.
Yeah.
Slurp the mic.
You was drooling?
We're not talking about Lil Nas X no more, bro.
See, look, you're only doing that because he's gay. That's that shit I be talking about.
So what you saying
I could
is
be
you
talking
prefer
about
the baby?
I could say we can be talking about the baby. Beautiful chocolate man. He's 5'4", but he look like.
Shit.
But anyway,
Coming in, light this bitch up.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he'll shoot anybody in this motherfucker. I say if all 4 of us run at him at the same time, he's gonna shoot all 4 of us in the head.
You the tallest bitch. You gotta aim high.
But anyway, so there was a video that was recently released of him schooling some youngins about the art of not trying to hustle people.
Oh yeah.
And I have seen both sides of the fence about this, and some people apparently have a problem with the way he handled the situation. Turtle, would you like to explain what happened?
All right, so basically, the baby was in somewhere in, I believe, in Atlanta. Some little youngins was out on the corner selling some candy.
Like we've all done.
Yeah, absolutely. So he pull up on him. He try to. Now he said this afterwards.
Right.
He said he was going to bless them.
Yes.
But they tried to finesse him. They pull up. He got one little dude got a box of Gushers. One little dude got a box of Skittles. They tell him how much. He was like, "How much you want for the box?" He was like, "I say the whole box $200." Both of them, they both look. They got one got Skittles, one got Gushers. They both was like, yeah, they was $200 a box.
Pause. Come on,
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
Now,
to Sam's
now they
right
was
now.
selling. Now they said he look. He the baby ain't no dumb nigga. So he asked him. He was like, so how much you sell him a piece? He was like $2 a piece. But I make like $400 off the whole box all day.
And he said,
He was
how many
like,
in the box?
Yeah, he was like, but the box count, mind you, the box count says the count of how many packs is in that box.
He said 32.
On the box.
He said
So he was
32.
like, how many that thing say it got on the box? Kid said 32. He was like, now do $2 times 32, and you tell me if that's $200. And the kid just got stuck. He was like, exactly. He was
It
like,
ain't
trying
even
to,
$100.
right. He was like, it ain't even $100. So you tried to finesse me. He was like, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy one of these bags of Skittles. He was like, let me get 2 bags of them Gushers. Boom, and he got back in the car and he just drove off. He was like, little niggas, I was gonna bless him. He was like, but they tried to finesse me. He was like, I used to sell candy. He was like, you're not about to just play me. He was like, I was that nigga in school selling the candy, making the money. And I feel that.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel
so,
that. If you keep it a buck with them, ain't no reason for them to not bless you. They got it. They got it.
but then
If you be honest about your hustle instead of trying to hustle a hustler, you gonna be all right.
that was my thought
That's
process.
lesson learned, little nigga.
That was my thought process on the whole situation was, why would you, first of all, why would you try to come up? You know this man's rich.
Facts.
You know he's got money to go
Facts.
to blow. He's probably gonna bless you.
Right.
Absolutely.
Why would you ruin it
Right.
by trying to pull a slick one?
Facts.
And reaching that far with it.
Facts.
Just
That fucking.
I would have respected you more if you would have said $100 a box.
Yeah.
Like, at least
Right.
you're not trying to be totally stupid.
Right.
Like, all right, so total 34. I sell them for $2 a piece. That's 68. All right, I do 100.
64.
64.
32 times 2.
2.
Oh shit, sorry. See?
Jesus Christ.
So
We know who got
I'm
something.
sorry, I thought I said 30. I thought I said 34.
They'd have got you out them for $4.
They got me up from $4. But that's what I'm saying. I would have said, okay, so now it's 64. I'm a upcharge at 75. All right, yeah, I get 75 for the whole box. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe
Right.
add a little tip for yourself.
Right. Right.
I would have respected you more if you did that. But
Facts.
now you reaching.
Right. Because if you'd have told me 75, I'd have turned around, boom, gave you the whole 100 till you keep the change.
Right.
But you gonna give me that candy.
Yeah. Give me up. Give me up.
Because they had Soulja Boy turn around and do the same thing.
Tell Soulja Boy shut the fuck up,
after the
fella.
whole shit happened with the baby, he seen some little niggas pull up. He bought the box.
I think he went looking.
I think he did
I
too.
think he went looking.
For $200 a box, and then told him to keep the candy.
Because he was like, man, we got to stop coming out here and teaching our little young, like, bro, we got it, you know. And it's like, you're not teaching them anything.
Right.
No.
Right. You teaching them they need to be spoon fed.
And you're teaching
That's
them.
another thing too. These parents need to teach their kids if they're gonna let them go out there and try to make that money like that. Teach them how to do it, because some nigga gonna take that as disrespect and kill your fucking kid.
That or
Plain and simple.
And then another thing too is that sense of entitlement.
Or robbing.
That sense of entitlement. Like, I remember the kids with Meek.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about this entire
Yeah.
time.
The kids with
me.
Meek, where it was like, nah, Meek gave them the money that they were asking for. They
Right.
wanted $4 or $2 a bottle of water, whatever the fuck it was.
Right.
Here go you $2.
Right.
Oh, come on, dog. Like that.
You know you got it, man. You ain't gonna bless us like
That's
nah,
that's
nah,
entitlement. The people
Right.
trying to sell for 200 is pure stupid.
Yeah, because you know I got bread, so you want more money off me.
Right. You
Get
trying to
out of
hustle a hustler.
Like,
Right.
you never.
Like he
That's
said,
like the little nigga that was telling.
You know they got it.
Right.
That was like the little nigga that was asking Boosie the other day to slap him in his face for his $500. How he slapped that bum in the video for gave him
Yeah.
$500.
Oh, he slapped the soul out that boy.
They had a little kid. He was like, "Fuck that, slap me. I want my 500." I was see that's the y'all niggas bugging. Y'all can't raise y'all kids to be like that fucking bold to just go up to a nigga and be like, "Slap me for $500."
I ain't about to let no grown man slap me for $500.
Yeah,
Look at the
man.
way he grip his fucking drink. Yeah, like, hey, no, that's cool. No, it's cool. But you ain't about to slap me.
Yeah, son. Your hospital bill gonna be way more.
I'd rather not punch me.
Yep.
Please don't slap me.
Yep. And it ain't gonna be for $500.
It's gonna be life and death. Like this is one of those like we fighting for our life type deal, right?
You gotta pay me 5 times for slapping me. You gotta pay me 10 times for honor. 15 times for respect.
So would you
like
let,
you gonna
so,
pay
no, I was
a
about to
pretty
say,
penny?
Would you let the baby slap you in your mouth for $1 million?
Yeah.
Okay.
$1 million?
I just want to make sure we on the same page.
Right. For $1 million, you can knock me out.
Wait, hold on, like $1 million? Like, all right, so like not like
tax paid $1 million or like cash?
like he got $1 million in the trunk.
Like you got it on you.
Like show me the money and we
Like
can
I ain't gonna rob you. I'm just asking
Right.
for clarification.
Like look, you look. I'll put my hands right here.
Like I'm listening for the click of the
Do
briefcase.
you got $1 million on you? You can check me. I ain't got no that. No, because I mean, I think that's one thing that's getting lost. Is like a lot of people were just like, man, the baby should have done this, and no, the baby did exactly what the baby was supposed to do. He
Facts.
went out like You really think he brought that band out there like just to show off to them kids?
Right.
No, he brought
Right.
that band out there because he knew what he was about to do. That's
Right.
why he had his man's recording.
Right.
Because he knew he was about to do something. And I mean, you know how the game goes nowadays. You do something good for the community, you fucking record the shit, put it up.
Right.
Which I don't find that to be a bad thing because I like it when people show that it's cool to do that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I'm cool with all of that. But then it ended up being a different situation.
Right.
These kids decided, you know what? It's the baby. He must be dumb.
Right.
He's got millions more than we do, but he must be the idiot.
Teachable moment, bro.
Facts. That's
Teachable
all that
moment.
was. Lesson
And-
learned, little nigga.
And he cares about his coins. You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
a lot of niggas don't care about their coins. But like, yeah, let's take it.
Right.
How
Soldier
hard
Boy
did he have to
invested.
hustle?
Soldier Boy invested in a video game that he brags about that nobody buys.
That's also illegal. Oh, man. All right. So what's the moral of the story, fellas?
Don't listen to Soldier Boy.
Never.
Don't sell candy for $200.
Don't sell a box.
Sell candy for $200.
If you got $200
Count
worth
the
of
box, stupid.
Right.
like you can tell they went up to that bus with no plan.
None at all.
They
None at all.
forgot what they had,
Right.
Because you know they didn't have a fresh box. They
Nigga was
been
like,
selling
shit,
candy.
nigga, I thought it was crack. I forgot it was Skittles.
It better be 50 Hershey's cookies and cream bars, and that for me, like even say like $100.
And even then, I'm only gonna give you $1 for them bitches. 50 here.
All right.
Nigga,
We
come
just-
with more boxes, you get more money.
He'd have made more money if he'd had them little fruit snacks. Boy, I used to tear them
How about,
shit
hey,
in high school.
now, let's say you got to teach them correctly. Be like, hey, you want me to buy that whole box? Yeah. How much is it? $50. Here, go $100. Go run and grab some more. I'll buy them from you. Every time you bring them back to me, I'll buy them from you. You hustle, I'll pay for
I'm
them.
about to say I'll pay for it.
You
as long as
hustle,
you
I'll
go and
pay
get
for
it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, I got a whole fucking tour bus full of fucking candy.
Right. Then what did you do? I supported my community.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's the thing, man.
Now I got diabetes.
Fuck that. I'm about to go open up the next Willy Wonka shop. You got me?
You know what I mean?
I'm about to be selling candy out the back of this van. Show these little niggas how to make their money back.
So now guess what? The baby's tour bus is parked somewhere right now, and there's a kid walking up to it with a box full of candy going, hey, man, it's only $64.
I counted it.
$64.
I didn't even open it.
Look,
I accept
I got them in
tips.
packs of 5. I got them in packs of 5.
How you want it?
All right, man. Well, Mr. Larry Fraser, you want to give me your socials?
Social media, not Social Security.
You can look up the new podcast at True Crew Podcast. It's KREWE, not CREW.
With your co-host, Brian Hunter.
Brian Miller is he's gonna have his own show, Talk Gumbo. It's gonna fall under True Crew. Everything that we do is gonna fall under True Crew, but it's gonna have his individual page. So Talk Gumbo is gonna be coming out, and then Court of Public Opinion is already created. Y'all can look that up on Facebook as well. If you want my personal information, it's Facebook. It's all one word, Louisiana Legend. Same thing on IG.
You know Louisiana legend.
Yeah.
Listen, I used to play for a baseball team called Louisiana Legends. So,
Mr. TRTL.
Here, you know what it is. Motherfucking __ TRTL __ on IG. On Twitter at 2 Rare to Lose. All other social media is TRTL.
Mr. Average Joe.
Do you remember?
Hey, Disco Biscuit. Disco Biscuit. I know what the name of the episode is, motherfucker. Disco Biscuit.
Nah, it's LE _ average _ JOBE on Instagram, Jovet19 on Twitter, and football season is coming up, and I want to do a sports podcast. If anybody out there want to do it with me, holla at your boy.
You need to do a sports website first.
Now I could just do a podcast. You know what I'm saying? I could just do a podcast.
I think that we've been fucking waiting on that. I'm pretty sure we advertised.
Yeah, man.
In many episodes.
GoDaddy just took that shit out of my bank account again, man.
How much is that shit a month?
It's like 20.
Too much.
It depends on like the
Too much not to be using it.
depends on like the I guess the name that you want to use.
Right.
It costs more.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah.
We would like to make a website through, but we ain't gonna do that till they pay us. So I don't know. Maybe
Word.
if you're a domain holder, maybe you know, that's the thing. Anyway. But that's all the time we have for today. As always, thank you for your support. And if you enjoyed the show, please rate and review on iTunes or wherever you're listening right now. You can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to us at The Hangover Podcast and on Twitter at @the_Hangover Pod. I tell you what, Loki was kind of a regular ass show. Alexis is finally getting a male sounding voice.
Alexa?
Finally, Alexa.
You
Not
said Alexis.
Yeah, not Alexis. Alexa's finally getting a male sounding voice, which finally. Dr. Dre is going to owe his wife $300,000 a month in child support. Fuck out my face. And y'all stop playing with the baby. Thank y'all for having a drink with us. This is the Hangover Podcast. Fuck whatever his name is that Larry was talking about.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. This is the Hangover Podcast.